Welcome to session 59. So previously you had explored the steeps, and after fighting many trials, you've also run into some interesting places, such as a seat on top of essentially a cliff with tuning forks at the top. You found crystals that gave off strange light that granted the ability of telepathy to someone. Who was it that got that again?
I thought Darcy
Um,
took telepathy.
The
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
little
So
brain chime.
yeah. So it granted
I did.
Darcy telepathy, and you found an old man in tattered clothing that, for some reason, couldn't move past those crystals. Otherwise, he'd basically go unconscious. Who was trapped, and you helped free him. And as you dived deeper into the cave, eventually you came across the worm or the wyvern living deep within, blind and scarred from ferocious battle. And as soon as you entered, he seemed angry and prepared to attack. So we're going to go ahead and move to the map. So I have already turned on the grid. I kind of snapped everybody to the nearest grid point. I'm just going to go ahead and since he was already starting to initiate an attack, just going to go ahead and put everybody in initiative. You weren't surprised, so we go in proper initiative order. Alright, so everybody roll initiative.
Yep.
I'm trying to get in the game.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, and we actually got the Earth Elemental instead of Cyclona this time. So yeah, we're just waiting for Darcy to get in the game so she can roll initiative.
The thing won't load. It's just stuck on
It's like a gray screen where it doesn't seem to be doing anything. If it gets like that, you'll need to refresh again. Just give it a minute, and if it doesn't go, just refresh, and then once you see the bar going, then you're good to go.
Yeah, I had that happen a fair bit to me logging into it earlier today.
All right, at least it's giving me a loading box.
Yeah, I'm loading it as well.
Alright, so while everybody is loading, let me go take care of a dog. I'll be right back.
Okay. Back in.
Alright, back. How's the loading going?
I am back in.
I'm in.
It is a big map, so it might take a bit.
Although I'm now realizing I might need to reload. Why were you guys reloading?
Because they're just trying to get into the game.
I'm in it. I'm good.
All right. Everybody should be good to go.
Yeah, but how did Joel roll initiative if he wasn't in the game the first time?
No, it just started reloading me for whatever reason. Genuinely don't know what pulled it up, but it's good.
Well, I'm realizing I can't target tokens.
Oh
Uh-oh.
boy.
All right. Go ahead and reload then. Tyler's not returned yet.
No, I was just checking to make sure I could move my token.
Okay.
Oh, actually. Okay. I'm also just testing that.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Well, these difficulties are quite technical indeed.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah, this took 3 tries to get the refresh to start showing that progress bar. Downloading world and data. Now loading Nepal.
Okay. I think.
Yep.
Are we all ready to go?
I believe so.
We'll see. I can
Mhm.
target my token now at least.
All right. So, Conglomerate, you've seen the eyeless wyvern. You heard him speak in your mind, clearly full of viciousness and venom. So, what are you gonna do?
All right. Let's attack.
That's not very neighborly of you.
No, and it won't be. Why can't I click on things? Oh, good. Okay. Okay, I think I'm back. Can I click on? What is happening? I'm sorry. I think I need to reload again. It's not letting me use my attacks.
You can't move your token.
I couldn't click like my attacks, so I'm reloading.
All right.
Gee, did some hacker actually put the Roll20 backend into Foundry?
Yeah, right.
Maybe something with Brosnan's Linux project has gone horribly, horribly wrong.
He's crashed all the servers on the internet.
Clearly.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and now it's not letting me back in. Oh, why do the servers on Foundry hate me?
Yeah, they weren't exactly nice to me either.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's very fair. Okay,
So, what's going on now?
I am back in, and I'm gonna try clicking buttons. Yes! Okay. So, my first attack, I am shooting at a -3. So it'll be my Dread Ambusher attack.
Okay. So with a
Is that a hit?
19, your bolt flies out and bounces off the scale.
Oof. Okay. Well, I've got 2 others. Let me see if there's something else I want to do. Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action hunter mark this person, this wyvern, and I'm gonna take my other 2 attacks on it.
Another
Oh, no.
bolt bounces off.
Just give me 1. Yes.
Finally,
Okay,
it
that's a
sinks
crit.
into his chest.
It's a crit. Okay. So damage, I'm doing 1d6 plus 10, and then crit.
Did you include your D6 from
I did not.
Your new power. Whenever you,
did
for
not.
each target you hit, you get an extra d6 on a crit.
I will roll one more d6. 2.
So 32 damage.
32 damage.
Right. So it sinks into him. Can you see his health bar?
Let me look.
No, it doesn't look like it. Let me make that.
Nope.
Sorry about that. Resources hovered by anyone. All right. How about now?
Yes. Okay.
So as the third bolt finally sinks in, you hear a scream, but it's in your head. And turn around.
Okay.
All right, Judge. You saw a conglomerate shoot 3 times at the wyvern in the distance, hitting once. What are you gonna do?
Alrighty. As a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and activate Blade Song.
Okay.
And then show move. Oh, come on, why can't I move there? Here's 25.
So what is your AC bonus with Blade Song nowadays?
Oh, hold on a second. Let me activate that. It is going to be 24.
So your AC is 24. All right.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. And I run right over there. And
As you approach, you notice that the bolt that's sticking out of his chest is glowing red. It is one of Conglomerate's new bolts that he can split, and it allows you can see that glowing red bolt even if the target's ejects.
oh, nifty. Alright, that was bonus action. I moved back to spells. I'm gonna go ahead and do it just to see how we can get this started off here.
All right, go ahead and place the area.
Okay. Okay, I have to make an adjustment here. I'm gonna. Alright, no, come on.
And while you're placing the area, I'll go ahead and make the Constitution saving throw, which he makes easily. All right, Constitution saving throw will take 4d10 radiant damage. What happens if he succeeds? I think nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So
I think nothing.
he succeeded. He got a 30, so he succeeded on his 18 con save. And he looks around curiously and sniffs the air. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. So what he is going to do is he is going to fly in, and he's going to use his flyby ability to do 3 attacks and then fly away. Okay, so a 29, a 25, and a 14. So the 29 and 25 would hit. Is that correct?
24 plus 5 would be 29. One hit would still work. I would like to hold on. I will go ahead and deflect the 25.
Alright, so plus 2 bonus to AC, so that covers the 25, but the 29 still hits, so that's the bite. Okay.
Yep.
Got it. So he
Good
bites
God.
down on you, and electricity courses through the teeth as he bites, and you take 23 damage. 16 from piercing. Wait. How does that? Oh, it's the bonus. Okay, so sorry. That would be 22 from piercing, and 1 from lightning.
Okay.
And he's going to continue and land over here. All right, Darcy, you saw the eyeless wyvern kind of fly in and attack Judge 3 times, one of which hit, doing a fair amount of damage, and then fly off. What are you gonna do?
Only blind, isn't he?
Yep.
Mm,
But
Yeah.
he started that way, so he has other senses.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It does mean, though, that things like invisibility would be pointless.
yeah.
Oh, I like how I actually thought I had a decent initiative roll this time, and I'm still second to last.
The way it goes. All right, so what are you gonna do?
Do. Let's see. That's too big. I know he went over here.
Yeah, you saw him fly over here. You can probably see like a leg or a foot sticking out, but he's mostly undercover from there.
I'm just gonna.
Okay.
That.
Fair enough. He makes his Constitution save.
oh my goodness, is he not?
So he still takes half damage. This is thunder, right? So he takes damage from thunder. Yep. All right, so 8 damage.
Cat. Swear to God, why are you in the worst place? Okay, we're good.
All right, hit it. Enter and ready. All right, so you saw Darcy cast her spell. The eyeless wyvern avoided most of the effect. What are you gonna do?
How tall is the ceiling here?
About 30 feet.
Well, let's see. Yeah, this gets a little complicated. If I remember right, I think I'm still on the ceiling.
Okay.
Actually, does anybody remember if I had to give them boosts on this area?
The steps up are only like 5 feet, so I don't think you would have had to boost anybody.
Charge up the slope, still hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, that's further back in the room.
Yeah. Brought Darcy up to the top of the slope. Okay, no, I'd have been on the ground if I was carrying Darcy, so okay.
Oh yeah, she attacked. Oh no, she didn't attack. Anyway, yeah, okay, you're on the ground then, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess I will, and 15. And that should give me a pretty good view of the critter. And, just gonna go ahead and hit it with a pair of slam attacks.
Okay, go for it. And your slam attacks are magical, otherwise you would have resistance. You hit. For 21 damage.
Alright, I'll go ahead and punch the other stony fist.
Crit.
Woo!
That's very rare for me.
29.
Oh.
Smash into him. You can hear him screaming in your mind.
All right. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Actually, I'm curious to see the room a little bit. Never mind. Oh, actually,
He
okay. I'm
has
not blocking
reach,
any.
so if you do that, he get an opportunity attack.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just hold here.
All right, Gizzard, you're in the back over here. You don't have a very good view of him. You can probably see a little bit of a leg or something sticking out. What are you gonna do?
Alright. My plan is twin casting haste on Judge and the Earth Elemental.
All right. Hasted. Did I got the right one? I did. Okay.
And I'm levitating.
Alright, so you are levitating off the ground.
Who did you haste?
Truly a truly divine spell.
Yes. I hasted Judge and the Earth Elemental.
Nice. Good
Sorry,
pace.
Colin.
Oh, I didn't.
No.
I
think that's
I'm
correct.
on top of a conglomerate here, so yeah, I got a little bit of a problem.
No, I'm hiding behind your leg. It's okay.
Yeah, so the haste is on you, but yeah. Okay. All right.
I'll just move 5 feet forward.
Sure. All right, Gizzard, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
If so,
Actually, I'm gonna
go
like
ahead
float
and,
to the ceiling. Yeah, I'm gonna float to the ceiling actually.
Sorry, say that one more time.
I'm
He's
like
floating to the ceiling.
to
Okay.
the ceiling to hide.
30
Like in Willy Wonka, you just start like just floating up. to the
Yep, so you're
ceiling.
30 feet up, and as you float up, you notice the wyvern kind of shifts around and sniffs the air. All right, Conglomerate, what are you gonna do?
Maybe that was a mistake.
No, it's okay. It notices my friend, so I need to lock this one in. So, oh, it's not. Can I give myself? Nah. All right. Okay. So I'm going to bonus action cast Ensnaring Strike at. Well, I don't know. Let's just do it at level 2. So that will go on my the next time I hit. You don't have to roll it yet. Oh well. All right.
Okay, well that's his.
Well,
his,
it doesn't matter.
Saving throw.
Okay, so it wouldn't have mattered, but that's okay.
You
That
should
would
get
be
the
my
damage and
bonus.
everything. Go ahead.
Does it do damage? No, it only does damage if they fail to save, because it's a
alright.
low. No, it's totally fine. I'm gonna do 2 attacks then on top of that.
Okay.
Boop. Nope.
First one totally misses.
And the second, that might hit.
It does hit.
Okay.
So you guys have fine-tuned it enough. His AC is 21.
Yep. Oh, bad roll.
23 damage as another red bolt sticks out his chest.
Okay, and I have a feeling he's gonna go for Gizzard, so I'm actually gonna step back to over here.
All right.
And then
And turn to red.
turn.
All right, Judge. You are now hasted. He's got 2 bolts sticking out of the wyvern. What are you gonna do?
Okay, Gavel's going to fly down here. Okay, wait. Damn it. I'm having some sight issues. Hold on.
All right. I'll be right back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could I actually step back in for a moment on your turn, Tyler?
Sure.
I forgot that I forgot I have this ability. So I should have turned that one miss into another attempt.
Haha, yes. Go right on ahead.
Sorry to interrupt like that.
Oh no, I was having some navigational issues
Sorry,
because
Judge. I
I
missed
couldn't see where I was going.
most of what you did. So
It turns out there's a thing Joel could do to recover one of his missed attacks.
Yeah, I have a ranger ability I completely forgot to use. So I'm gonna turn. It's essentially that first attack that I missed. I get to take another attack action just to see if it would hit.
okay.
So real quick, same deal. And that's why we do it.
That's it.
That is why we do it.
And a solid 25 as another bolt sticks from the beast.
Okay, now the rest of my stuff is done. It should be judged.
All right, Judge. So what are you doing?
Gavel flew down here, did his flyby thing, flapped in the Wervin's face, and I was going to double up back here. Oh, come on.
There's okay. There you go.
There. Yeah, he's gonna fly back there for safety, so I've got a one bit there. I'm going to go ahead and take my step forward, and I'm going to use my hasted action to attack
Okay.
with Certos. All right, this first attack will go ahead and do a booming blade.
With the 21, you barely hit.
Okay. Alright. And this is standard damage.
Okay, takes 15 damage.
And then the booming part.
And that is thunder, so that's full damage, so another 12.
And being blind, he's not super sensitive to loud noises or anything, is he?
No, I mean, he uses one of his senses as tremor sense. He doesn't technically have normal hearing, so yeah, it's just kind of a big tremor to him.
Okay.
It does, however, cause him to focus on something.
Ah, that could be helpful. Okay, and then my second swing is just going to be standard.
Okay, you hit. $14 damage. Cut in between his scales, and he roars in your mind.
Alright. And after taking my swipes with my hasted action, I would like to use my standard action to have him make a Constitution saving throw, which is probably a bad idea.
Alright. He gets a
Do you
30.
have a program to do that, Jeremy?
Yeah,
It's like
this is
three 20s in a row for con saves here. Are you
Yeah.
set to do that?
I'd explain it. There it is.
This wyvern is crazy.
Alright, that was my action, hasted action, bonus action. Just gonna swipe. Don't have anything else really with my bonus. Wait a second. Nope. Yeah, I'm just gonna take my bonus action to attack. Once.
That hits. another 14 damage. Alright, so what he's going to do is he's going to use one of his multi-attacks against you. That'll be the stinger. This will be against you, Judge, but the 22 doesn't work. And then he flies up into the air over the rock near the ceiling. And flies up to where Gizzard is floating and spends his additional attacks.
Well, this was a mistake.
Oh, nice. Not so nice.
So the second attack hits with a 28. The claw rakes you, but fortunately you do manage to twist and avoid most of the damage, only taking 9.
Yeah.
So you take 9 points of slashing.
Alright.
Alright, Darcy, what are you going to do?
Okay. Well, this guy is very mobile. But, I think I'll just do another one of these.
Alright, shatter.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so he gets 28, so go ahead and roll damage. Normal damage. And just to be sure, go ahead and place the thing down just to make sure you actually miss everybody else.
I think you might be coming through. Wait, no.
Oh,
Here
sorry
comes
about that.
your kind
Yeah,
of
go ahead and place the measuring thing just to make sure you don't hit anybody else.
I tried
Jeremy,
to, but it went away. How do I bring it back up again?
Just go up to your spell, higher up in the chat, just click measure template again.
Jeremy, did you say this creature had flyby?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure I didn't miss an opportunity attack.
Yeah, it's gonna hit somebody, one way or another.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who it hits.
Alright.
So we already have your 15 damage roll there. We'll see if they make their con save and everything else like that.
Am I in the thing? Should I make a con save?
We don't know yet. We haven't, Darcy. Apparently you are.
It
So
looks,
go ahead and make
looks
a con
like,
save.
yes.
Wait. 10-foot radius. Isn't this thing up near the ceiling?
It is, actually.
Yeah.
So
So
that
that's
would
why I
mean
went,
that's about 30 feet up. So if you put it near the ceiling, you're right, you would avoid Conglomerate because he's on the floor.
Yeah. I figured that. That's why I was just like, well, if it's up there, then it shouldn't hit him. And if I'm not putting it where it's
Sorry,
in,
I didn't hear that part.
yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Hit enter and ready.
Yep.
All right. Mr. Earth Elemental, you can see that the wyvern is near the ceiling, biting and clawing at Gizzard. What are you going to do?
And trying to think here. So if I go up 10 feet, yeah, I think that would work. So I'm going to go 5 feet here. I'm going to go kind of 10 feet up the wall.
Okay.
Actually, no, let me move here first, then do the 10 feet up the wall.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I will start with my slam attacks.
All right.
Actually, no, I'm going to use my hasted action first. I'm going to try and grapple this thing.
Okay.
So let's see. I think that's what? Yeah, I think I have to roll an athletics check, and then it contests it with his
strength
stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you get a 29. It got a
Slight
7.
difference.
So it is grappled.
All right.
Man.
Well, what I'm going to do now that I've grappled it is let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and move here, and I'm gonna just basically fall to the ground, which means only 10 feet, so that should be good. But since I'm holding it, I'm bringing it to the ground with me.
Right.
And now with my regular attack, now I'm gonna go ahead and start punching it.
Okay, go for it.
WWE.
So you use your hasted action to grapple, and
No.
you're using your regular actions to attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one of those punches is kind of at an angle and doesn't do any damage, but the second punch hits and does 14. Alright, so Gizzard, you're still floating in the air. The eyeless wyvern is on the ground. So what are you going to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and float away.
I imagine you just like bumping across the sea.
And you should be out of reach, so you don't have to worry about taking an opportunity attack.
Okay, in that case, hold on. I'm actually gonna go back real quick. Ignore the movement so far.
Okay.
And throw out a quick magic missile.
Okay, so you're going to do the magic missile first? Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing for the record, if you had been in range, moving 1 square would not be enough to get out, because that thing's got reach.
It does. So 8, 9, 10 damage.
And
So the magic, you can see the scars where the magic missile hit.
whoa. And 40-10 lightning.
Up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet take 40-10. Alright, so I'm assuming you're only choosing the enemy.
Correct.
Why don't you
Nice.
kick
Let's
his
see, lightning.
Get on.
It does
It's
not have
horribly
resistance to lightning,
unlucky.
so you do 13 lightning.
That is horribly unlucky in terms of damage rolls.
But it's
that's alright.
13
Yeah, but-
damage that you otherwise wouldn't have done.
Yeah, no, it's good. Then I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh wait, there's a wall here.
Yeah, the rocks. So here, I can move you out of it. There you go.
Oh, cool.
You can see how your
Uh,
vision's
I-
limited now because of the rocks.
Yeah, I currently. Do I have my night vision or not? My dark vision on? I think
It
I do.
should. Can you see up here?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
So I think
that would be black if you didn't have your night vision on. You notice
I'm
how
just
it's
gonna-
gray? It's grayscale. That's because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the way the dark vision works.
understood. Well, I'm just gonna hide over here.
All right.
Let my haste do the trick.
All right, conglomerate. For now, at least, the wyvern is grappled. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, does that give me advantage on attack rolls against it? I forget.
Let me check actually.
Grappling doesn't, it just prevents it from moving.
Okay.
I do have sort of a plan for that next round, but for now it's just a normal attack.
No
I'm gonna
worries.
say, if a creature's grappled, anybody else in melee range should have advantage on the hit.
It doesn't.
Are you sure?
Yep. I'll even pull up conditions here.
Yeah, the grappled condition is a grappled creature speed becomes 0 and it can't benefit from any bonus due to something it's cut off, but it doesn't matter. To end the condition, the condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if the effect, and it talks about how it ends. But yeah, there's no mention of having advantage or disadvantage or anything like that.
Then
Yeah, you
what
basically have
does-
to get it. You have to get it prone or restrained or incapacitated or paralyzed, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so it just reduces its speed to 0. That's all
Yeah,
it
he's
does.
basically
Yeah.
just holding on to it, but it can still attack and everything. So if you were to leave its range, you would still get an opportunity to attack, etc.
All right. Sounds good. In that case, let's try this. I'm going to bonus action Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do my first attack. This will be the Zephyr attack.
Okay.
Please hit. That's a crit.
Yep. It's now a crit up for you.
Oh man. Okay, so it's 1d6 from the thing, 1d6 from the hunter mark, and then 1d8 from the thing plus and this might be pretty big.
You do have a few of those Zerg arrows. I didn't know if you remember.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me roll a d6. I rolled one extra d6 by accident, so that should
Oh, so
have
let's
one
take
d6.
it out. So the last d6 you rolled looks like a 5, so let's take the 5.
Oh, okay, perfect. Do that one. Yeah.
Okay.
And so because of Zephyr Strike, I get to move without taking
Opportunity attacks. Yeah, got it.
opportunity attacks. So I'm gonna go hide back here with Gizzard for a second.
Just so you
should
know,
we-
it has a 10-foot range.
10-foot reach, yeah.
So you'll
I'll
probably
move
want
again.
to move another square if you want to get out of reach.
I will move again, but I want to take an attack first. I'm
Okay,
just kind of splitting the movement.
You hit.
Okay, and that's going to be another d6 plus 10 normal. Ah, bad rolls.
So 21
Okay,
damage.
and then I'm going to go join. I'm just going to stand. Well, can I?
Yeah, that's
not
a little
letting
here.
me
I'll just do
go.
that. There you
I just want to hide underneath Gizzard.
go. All right. Well, I'm gonna
Oh, no,
move
I
you.
can't.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But yeah. All right.
Hi, Colin.
That will be my turn.
All right, Judge. You notice the battle is moving away from your spell, unfortunately. However, the wyvern is now grappled. So what are you gonna do?
Alright, I'm going to move right there for right here this second. Now, the grapple just reduces its movement to 0. Was there anything about dexterity?
I think the
No,
speed.
No.
It doesn't affect
Dex.
saves or anything. All it does is make it so it can't move,
Never mind.
unless it breaks free, of course.
Okay. Gavel is right there. He's going to flap in the Wyvern's general direction, I guess, to give a distracting help action. Then fly away. Come on.
All right.
Alright. And Judge will go ahead and step forward. That should be good enough.
Yep.
And he is going to take his hasted attack. Go ahead and attack at advantage. This will be a booming.
That's a hit. For 2 17s.
Yep.
Okay. So it takes 10 damage.
Then the booming part.
And another 18. Thunder hits her.
And then he's going to get his second attack in, just the standard.
You hit. For another 14.
And he's going to bonus action attack.
You hit.
I'm just gonna be. Oh wait, nope. Ignore this. Sorry.
No problem.
Try again.
All right. 15. It's funny
Not
how
bad for
close that
1d8
was.
less.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't mean to hit the critical hit button.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, and then okay, I still have a full action. check now. All right.
Are you talking? I can't hear you.
Okay, this is an action to cast, but it's going to be bonus actions for me to do anything with it. So we'll just leave it at this at the moment. In order to help my stony friend, I'm using my action to cast a spell. Come on. Did it not work? Oh, yeah, it did work. Okay. I don't have a template or anything to place for it.
Okay, so when you cast a spell, and as a bonus action,
Basically, big piece.
so it sounds like it's still an action to cast the spell, right? It is.
Yes.
So you have one action to cast it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of I used my hasted action and bonus action, and this is my standard action to cast it.
Okay. All right. So you cast a spell. You got a hand, AC 20, hit points equal to your hit point maximum. Okay, that's interesting. I guess. Let me find something to put down to represent it.
Yeah. It's basically Bigby's hand. I just renamed it for flavor.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put this thing down because it sort of vaguely looks like a hand, but we're going to shrink it. Okay, appearance.
Okay. Oh, wait a second. It says when I cast the spell and as a bonus action on my subsequent turns. So casting the spell, I can actually use it to grasp the Wyvern.
Okay,
And,
and the
Bigby's
thing
hand is actually
has your maximum hit points, right? So what's your maximum hit points?
132, and Bigby's hand is actually the same size as the elemental of the Wyvern. It's a large creature, 4 squares.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. It's a big hand.
Alright, keep the original size then.
That's a creepy looking hand.
Yeah.
It is a creepy looking hand. If you get a hand pictured later, otherwise don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna worry about it later. Alright, so it's got an AC 20, it's got its hit points. When you cast a spell's bonus action, you can move the hand and cause one of the following effects. So what effect are you causing?
Grasping hand. The hand attempts to grapple the huge creature.
The hand strength score, which is what?
26.
Okay, plus 8. Alright, go ahead and give me a d20 plus 8, looks like, for grappling. Tyler.
Okay.
Alright,
you can't.
so that would be an 11. Ability check. So it's still grappled by the elemental, but it shrugs off the grapple by the hand.
Okay. Yep. that would be
And
good.
is the position of the hand correct, or do you want it somewhere else?
It was supposed to be on top of the Wyvern, but I guess that's
Alright, so we'll
okay.
just put him down here like that. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
So the idea, I
thing
guess,
I
was
can't
to
do
try to
is
hold him from both sides. It didn't quite work out, but it's still in that position.
and
Tyler,
okay, so
did you disappear?
yeah, I was trying to get rid of my
Control Z.
my control. See,
There you go. Okay.
there we go. All right. How do I get rid of my thing?
With thing.
Oh, your sickening radiance.
Oh, okay, I'll
Yeah.
do it for you. Gone.
All right. Okay, yeah, that was everything. Attack, cast a spell, and attack again.
Cool. So the eyeless wyvern then is going to use its athletics to try to break out of the hold. So go ahead and give me your check, Mr. Elemental.
Yeah, let me double check just one thing. Yes, by my athletics.
Hold on a second.
So
Wow.
it beats you out. So it spends its action to break out. And
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to pull it up here. Come on. Do the thing. There we go.
50.
I would like that dragon to reroll.
All right. Oh, I thought I was going to get another 20. It was so
And
close.
David,
okay,
if
it's
you
still
wish-
held then.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so that was. It takes an action to try to break free, so I guess it can't attack. Oh, wait, actually, can it use that as one of its actions? No, hold on, let me check.
I would like to give the advantage to Conglomerate, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, is there? I can see this bigger. Hold on, I'm just trying to see if I can see the rest of this text. I can't. All right, I'll look it up online then. I don't know if this breaking free takes all of its actions.
If it's using multi-attack, my understanding is that the multi-attack is essentially a single action, so it would get overridden in that case.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so that's all its actions then. So, next up, Cersei, what are you gonna do? You can see that the wyvern is captured. It almost broke free, but at the last moment, you saw Judge kind of wave his hand, and suddenly his attempt failed. So, what are you gonna do?
Would me casting magic affect the hand thing?
It couldn't get a hold of him, so no, it wouldn't have any. Oh, actually, I see what you mean. You mean area of effect? Yeah, it would affect him with his area of effect. If it's single target, no. If it's area of effect, yes.
Well, that's all I got.
You can go up and whack it or something.
No.
You can take defense action if you want. Basically, spend your action defending, which gives things disadvantage to hit you.
I'm just gonna.
Or cast one of your cantrips, that single target cantrips.
Yeah.
Is
Because
there a
everybody's a
difference
little too
between-
close.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay, that first one misses. Second one misses. Third one's crit. Alright, 15 damage, so it leaves another scar on the scales. It continues to howl in your minds. Hit enter and ready. Alright, Cyclonin. You still have a hold of the wyvern. What are you going to do?
Alright, I'm going to try and, using the hasted action, I'm going to go ahead and try and basically use a shove attack to force it to the ground.
Okay,
And that basically is handled the same way as a grapple.
fair enough. Go for it.
Eh.
Yeah, you succeed. So it is now prone.
Alright. And now, so yeah, ranged attacks have disadvantage, but melee attacks, like the two I'm about to do, have advantage.
Now, is this prone or restrained now?
Prone.
And do we know what the difference is between grappled and restrained?
With restrain, they have disadvantage on attacks, and I think attack rolls against it have advantage.
Restrained
but how
also
does-
means creatures have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. How,
But that's
how
not
do we tell
prone.
which one
That's
of these is what
restrained is a
restrained?
different condition. Okay, so what did you get on your thing? Okay, you got a crit, 35 damage,
Yeah.
and then you're hitting again.
Yeah, with the other slam attack.
All right, you hit for another 22.
All right, and that is my turn.
All right,
All right.
Gizzard, how long does your levitate last?
I don't know. I don't know how long levitate lasts. It didn't specify. It just said I cast levitate.
Oh, I think that lasts for like an hour or something like
Okay,
that.
if it's the spell, then yeah, it's whatever the spell does.
Yeah.
So we'll say it's still going. So what are you gonna do?
Gonna take a quick peek around the corner, perhaps. Can I see him from here? Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, actually, something you should be aware of with levitate is you can only move by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface. So you would have kind of had to do that, like moving across the ceiling, which you did say you were up that high.
And
Yeah,
I
if
did.
you're, I would say though, if you're pushing and pulling off a surface and trying to aim, that's more difficult than it sounds. So it probably is going to give you essentially the equivalent of rough terrain.
Okay.
Actually, it's kind of describes it as moving as if by climbing, so you'd end up with climbing speed.
Do you have a climbing speed?
I have no idea. I'm assuming there's
Probably
a
not. It's
default
gonna
one.
probably be as 2/3 movement then.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then we'll do that.
Yeah, that works. So 20. I'm gonna magic missile him again.
All right.
Is that what
Oh wait, I take that back. Because you're the one who cast it, you can use your action to move the target. Oh, you wouldn't want to do that because then that would throw out any ability to do other stuff.
Correct. All right.
So
Okay.
13 damage.
And then
So 3 more pockmarks.
roll. Oh, well that's nice.
All right, at the start of each of your turns. So that means you don't gain it now. But you do gain it at the start of your next turn.
Yeah.
Although I don't think you've lost anything. Oh no, you did. That's right. All right.
Yeah. All right. That's
In
my
turn,
turn.
once you're done moving.
Yeah.
All right, Conglomerate, you see that Gizzard is still kind of moving along the ceiling. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna, if I can get past, can you move me over to here? What? Why is there a spider here now?
It's actually a giant hand. I just don't have a graphic of it.
Oh, okay.
So it's a giant hand
Oh.
cast by Judge. It was trying to hold the wyvern. It hasn't succeeded yet, but it is like right there, nearby.
Well,
You know, ranged attacks have disadvantage. You have advantage from silvery barbs on your first attacks. If you want to fire from range, you can do a straight roll. Otherwise, you're gonna have to move closer if you want to hit. Which, by the way, you're already within melee range, so there's no harm in moving closer.
yeah, so is
And
it all ranged attacks, or if I was to make a ranged attack from melee range, would that get past the restriction?
it's an attack within
I think
5
attacks
feet,
within
I
5 feet are
believe.
fine. I'll
So
verify.
with your crossbow master, you can ignore
That'll be
the
fine.
penalty for
Yeah, so I'll get actual advantage on this one, and let's just light him up. First attack.
He's still
minuses.
marked. So doesn't that give you advantage already, or does that do something else?
Mark just gives me a d6
Oh, okay.
extra damage when I hit. But I have. That's a crit.
Yep.
Okay. Excellent. I love critting on 19 now. That power is crazy. And that's a good roll.
35 damage. So you took
Chunk.
half of its remaining health.
Well, then I just have to do another 35. Okay. Here we go. Attack. -3. This one is normal, right? I don't get advantage on
That's
this
right,
one.
that's right.
Silver Barbs only lasted one. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah, you hit.
nice.
I thought it was potentially.
26.
No,
Is
not
that
quite
enough?
dead.
It is. That's exactly how much it had left.
Yeah. All right.
The creature dies, and as it as its life force fades, it says, "My children will find you one day."
I'm gonna kill your kids, stupid wyvern. Shoot it again.
Oh my god.
All right, the combat has ended. So what are you guys gonna do? Actually, let me go ahead and get rid of the grid real quick.
I do have to admit that went much better than I expected.
Yeah, it wasn't so
Yeah.
tough.
Someone's so confident right now.
I was just
Yeah,
I
I'm
spent like
very
the
proud
entire
of-
the entire fight I spent like hiding in various corners.
Easy.
Yeah,
He
no, you're
wasn't so
not
tough
tough.
at the.
He doesn't even hit hard.
Easy.
Yeah.
Also,
Very
I'm
proud
restoring
of
my health to full
Club.
because of that effect I got.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, go
here,
ahead.
let me toss you a rope so you can I like carry you around like a balloon?
Yeah, drag me.
Okay. I am tying a rope to Gizzard so that I can carry him around like a balloon.
All right.
Now that that's all kind of done, using a magic focus, like an arcanum, I guess. What is this creature exactly? I mean, lots of magical creatures have valuable things. Dragon scales are great armor. What is this?
Well, you do know it is a type of wyvern, which is essentially, kind of similar to a dragon, although not quite. It had a scorpion tail, which is fairly common for wyverns. What isn't common, it was a blind albino wyvern, and it seemed a bit tougher than you remember wyverns being in the past. As far as valuable goods, you do think that some of the scales might be salvageable. They probably wouldn't do a lot for you, but you could use them to add value to things. You know, like you could, you see dragon scales or whatever. It's nice, flexible, hard material. It's not going to be better in your armor now, but you could potentially sell it or use it to armor things and that kind of thing. I would say you probably, if you want to spend maybe half an hour, you could probably get 100 Mithna worth of the scales.
Okay. Do we know what that is? Like, is 100 Mithna worth of scales like enough to scale mail one humanoid?
Yeah, it'd be basically enough to make basic a set of armor.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I would like to do that, and if
Darcy.
if everybody else is
Mhm.
Do you think Sebastian would benefit from armor made from these scales?
Most likely. He has already been benefiting from the powder I've given him. I mean to check up on him.
Yeah. Perhaps we could do that soon enough. While this battle went quite well, I am not certain that we necessarily want to spend too much time in Ermenig without knowing what we are getting into.
Yes, perhaps we will want to salvage what we can, see what else is here. And,
Well, I do believe there is a divine artifact that we are looking for. I'm gonna meditate for a moment, see if I can sense it.
You sense it in this direction. Do you see the arrow?
Yeah, I'd have to zoom out, but I see it.
Alright. It's annoying you have to do that, but that's fine.
Well, I do sense it in this direction.
You do see a surprisingly small tunnel leading off this way, giving you the sense that that wyvern could fit through much smaller spaces than you would expect.
If my eyes do not deceive me, I believe I see a treasure hoard and something that looks distressingly like an egg. Ah, there is plenty of room to fit through here. I basically just kind of glide through the side walls as I go through because there's no hope of fitting through the hard way.
Yep. Alright, so as you approach, you see a fairly large chamber. You can see that packed into the sand in the upper reaches of the chamber are 3 wyvern eggs. The eggs are steeped in isopod ichor. You
Ew.
see a mass of chewed silverwork, apparently fittings from several pricey saddles, and a hoard of coins and gems. However, a strange object in the pile kind of calls out to you. It looks like a pair of bone jaws, but they're blue in color. And there's something about it that tells you that it is an artifact. So let me go ahead and reveal
Ooh.
the hoard. And you'll see the jaws, but I'll deal with that once you guys figure out to deal with that. Alright. So is anybody else coming forward? Other than Judge, because he's busy?
Sure.
Might as well see what's going on.
Funny, I don't see the, yeah, I guess that's just the word. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the jaws, separately and, take those over to Conglomerate.
Okay.
Conglomerate, I do believe you would benefit from this.
Well, that is quite the stat.
Isn't it?
As Darcy starts digging into the hoard.
Well, she's taking the
Alright, you know what?
obviously
Okay.
trying to take the like shiny coins and like jewels. She
I'm right
likes to
there
make
with you.
jewelry out of that.
Alright, so Conglomerate said he's going to go, he'd be right back, so we can leave you guys there. Is there anything else you wanted to take out of the hoard? You can go back and do that, and we can get to what you say to Conglomerate.
All right.
And I'm pretty sure the hoard will be gone by the time Judge is done.
I was gonna
You're
say,
not wrong.
We can't hear what you said, Judge. You said I was going to say, and then you cut off.
sorry. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just gonna say, when Cyclonin had come up to talk to Conglomerate, Judge was gonna say, so are you you're going to help collect some of these Wervin scales? You had said something about armor for Sebastian.
Well, hold on. I'm a little distracted because I'm trying to do math here.
As you can see, there are a few coins there. And by a few, I mean over 14,000 bronze mina, and so on.
I believe we need to
Oh,
make
okay,
another
it's-
charity run for all these pennies.
Okay, it's doing shares then. All right, perfect. I didn't want to be. I was actually trying to do the math for 20% or thereabouts.
What is it? Split currency 7 ways?
Well, I wouldn't pick that
Well, if
because we
it's-
don't actually have 7 people in the group.
I was gonna say, if it's doing shares, that means when each of us walk up, it'll only have our share available to us.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Somebody take all the pennies. I only want Myth.
Well, I only saw 2,000 of the bronze Mithna, but Jeremy said there were
Oh, okay.
14,000.
Let me fix it then, because this probably shouldn't be doing that.
I also only see like 2,000 coppers.
Well, probably should leave it alone right now. We can. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
here it is. Sharing settings. Sharing enabled currency. Turn that off.
Yeah, but I wouldn't change that while we're in the middle of it, because That way, we at least kind of use it as it was initially.
Oh, you don't. So you don't want me to update it without the sharing settings, so you can see it all.
Well,
Because
so I already took a share out. I figured this way it could still be evenly, and then we can change it once we're at the leftovers.
okay, sure. So basically,
So-
you're saying is everybody should take as much as they can out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there'll probably be some leftovers. Then we can turn that off, and then
Okay.
then deal with the rest of it.
Fair enough.
So we should go ahead and just take the max that's
Yeah.
there.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so how do I just go next to it?
Do we just type in the number?
Yeah. Just type that full number and hit take.
What do you... So just... Oh, I see.
And you were away, Conglomerate, but Cyclonin showed you the jaws he found. So blue jaws that look like they're like jaw bones, but you can tell that it's an artifact. And as you see it, the name Jaws of Trebos come to your mind.
Oh, it's, okay.
So it's a jawbone with rows of sharp teeth. The tip of each tooth is razor sharp and deep red in color.
Huh.
So yeah, I'll go and tell you what the Jaws of Trebos does. So basically, what it does, it adds a bite attack, 1d6 with the same bonus as a divine weapon. Damage done to the enemy is absorbed and will restore the same amount of hit points. In addition, you can also spend 10 minutes to consume a recently deceased corpse of a once living creature. So not a golem or something, it would have to be something that was alive and fleshy. It's been dead within 3 days to regain 20% of its maximum hit points, or 20 hit points, whichever is higher. If the creature has less than 20 maximum hit points, that means you consume the entire corpse. You cannot gain hit points from the same corpse more than once. If you regain more than your maximum hit points in this way, the excess is gained as temporary hit points, but your temporary hit points can't exceed 20. So you can gain up to 20 temporary hit points doing this. Any temporary hit points gained in this manner are lost when taking a long rest. So you can basically consume corpses or bite enemies to gain health. In addition, you can spend 10 minutes to consume plant matter to regain up to 10 hit points, depending on the amount consumed. Once used, this ability cannot be reused until you take a short or long rest. So if you see a bush, you can eat the bush and gain up to 10 hit points.
Literally, like fucking evil locust from hell. Eat everything.
Sounds like it probably goes to me.
So,
Yeah.
This is the truest definition of omnivore.
Om nom nomivore.
Exactly.
Literally eat everything except
I would
metal
not mind-
and rocks.
I don't mind having this because I have the crossbow expert, so I can be within melee range. And then, did you say, Jeremy, it was just like a bonus action to bite them?
no, it's a normal attack.
Oh, it's a normal.
So yeah, as an attack, it's probably not that great usually.
No, yeah.
So usually, I suspect you'll be eating their corpses afterward. But if
Mhm.
you really want to, you can bite them instead of attacking.
Sure. I do like this. It's similar to
Because it
something-
is a normal. It is an attack. So it's in your weapons actually, in your weapons section, and you can use it as an attack.
That's cool. Unless anybody else really feels passionately about wanting to eat things for health, I kind of like this.
I don't think
I-
anybody wants to be the muncher.
I do.
I do feel that this is uniquely suited to you.
Yes.
have Yeah.
always wanted to consume the flesh of the formerly living.
Yeah, you could have it.
I mean, you kind of do that. They're just called animals.
Well, yes, I mean, I do have a soft spot for bacon after all.
Mm,
What about beef?
Yeah, that is good too. Anyway, I do not need a divine artifact to enjoy a good meal.
So did everybody get their full share?
I believe so.
I think
All right,
so.
let me go ahead and configure the pile then, because there's still a lot left.
I saw some
Alright.
other people
Boy.
here grab some gems and other such.
Can
Was
you
there
guys,
any of that?
if you guys click on it now, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. So my recommendation would just take the full number that's there, and a tenth of that times 2. So at least for me, I'm going to do slightly rounding down. So I'm taking 28. Let's see, 47, 90, 94.
I don't think I
Or-
need any more money. I have enough.
and,
I mean-
280.
If no one wants to do anything with the Bronze Myth, then we can do another big charity run for
Yeah,
PR.
I left my bronze Mythna in that pile, so I didn't even take any.
166. Okay. If anybody wants the full fifth of a share, more or less, I can give you the numbers for that.
Yeah, there's still
Okay,
over
so if-
8,000 bronze myths in the pile.
I want the Bronze Mythna, but I want it in the charity chest, so we can do PR runs.
Agreed.
All right, in that case, I know how to pack it. I'm just gonna go ahead and because the things there.
Yeah, you have the magical backpack anyways.
Oh, that's weird.
So-
It's looks like it didn't update any totals for me.
It did for me.
I
Oh,
see the
you
numbers
just
on
took
it.
all of it.
Well, there
Yeah,
it
you
goes.
just took all of it.
I'll have to undo that here.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah,
no
that's
gold
weird.
left.
All right,
Um,
I'll fix that in a moment.
What's the number we should be taking?
For starting with the regular Mythna, it'll be 94, and
Okay.
then 280 for the half Mythna, 188 for the small Mythna, and then 166 for the bronze Mythna. Or if you're gonna do it in the
Right.
treasure chest, might as well just take it all.
Okay.
I'm going to do the
I
treasure
was
chest for
gonna
the
put it- I
Bronze
was-
Mythna.
I was just gonna take all the bronze and small Mythna and put it all in one big treasure haul here. So if
Yeah,
you guys are taking
that's our
it, you'll
PR
keep
money.
track of it. Yeah.
What's for the half
What was going
Mythna?
on? Yeah. What was going on with the gold Mythna and the half Mythna? Are we keeping half Mythna, or are you putting that in the treasure as well?
Mythna and half Mythna we're keeping. Small Mythna and bronze we're handing out in droves. Half Mythna we might add on if there's more people, just to make sure everyone gets a share.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that was being a little weird.
Why is everything disappearing?
I don't know. I
because
think it
I'm-
might be lagging. Oh, go ahead.
because I'm putting the bronze and small Mythna into the Quartna.
Yeah, Judge
Yeah, but the
just took
half Mythna just
8,300.
disappeared.
I see 934 went to Cyclonin
Yeah, let's see.
of the half midnight. Oh, it looks like it's gone.
Now there's nothing.
Okay, so you picked up all the coins, you put them in various places, and so the only thing that's left in this chamber, then, despite what's shown on the map, are 3 large eggs covered in some sort of green ichor.
Okay.
I have
a
a
like-
thought about these.
I
Are
also
we
like
smashing
thought
them?
about these.
I would like to, before we get to smashing, I would like to take an arcane look at this ichor and the eggs.
I don't.
I-
I did say I wanted to kill its children, but now that I see,
That's
that-
fine. I just
I
remember
know.
No.
I don't think so. I
Just
kind of
rem-
want to. It could be nice to have pet wyverns.
So you
Oh,
can
It
that was
would,
see-
but we cannot guarantee that we can keep them nor feed them.
Oh man, if it doesn't work
I
out,
was-
then we.
So you can give me a nature or an arcane check.
Keep them and
Alright,
raise
I'm
them.
gonna go ahead and take a moment to guidance myself and do an arcane check because I wanted to check this ichor. I mean, the Zerg purple goo was, pretty helpful. So let's see what this stuff might have.
Okay, with a 26, it appears to be giant cave isopod ichor. By itself, it's not very useful for anything. However, It does indicate that these eggs were probably wyvern giant cave isopod hybrids.
What?
Okay, we
Ew.
need this.
We
we
need
need one.
that. I need one.
Now, I have an idea regarding these eggs. Could we tell? Can we figure out how close they are to hatching?
Yes.
You plan
Go
on
ahead and give me a
sitting on this
nature
like I
check,
can?
whoever wants to try.
I will.
Yeah, I suck at
help
this, but I'll
action.
try.
I will help you.
I was gonna
Inspiration.
say, I
Hold
can
on.
do that.
Peoples. Who's trying? I give inspiration.
I'll take inspiration.
And
Actually,
I'll give you the help action.
maybe Judge.
I was gonna say nature
Judge the
check. I
help
can do
action.
that. Yeah, because I have proficiency in nature and I have the +10.
Okay.
So
then
who
I'm
wants
giving you
the
help.
inspiration?
Give it to Judge.
I will do that. Nature. Plus. For I get advantage. Somebody was helping.
Yes.
What was that?
Yeah,
You
Lana
get
was helping.
inspiration.
All right, and inspiration is a. Do you want me to roll it? Is it D something?
D10.
1d10. All right. Let's see if that works. Did that not work? Hello? Why did that not work? All right, let me try again. Okay. All right.
There. There's a D10 for you. A full 10.
Just roll nature with a advantage then.
And then plus 10 to
Now
whatever
it
you get.
rolls. Okay.
So 46. So you estimate that they will hatch in about 5 weeks.
Oh.
Well, not to say why
Okay.
out, but I still think this will work for my purposes because, while they are not hatched, there is in fact a living creature inside. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. I am thinking these could be useful guardians of nature, and
Yes.
and I have a way to compel them to to be good. But I will need a day to prepare.
Are these eggs too big to transport?
They're probably about 600 to 800 pounds each.
Good God.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing that with the bags. And you said they're giant isopod wyvern
Wyvern
crossbreeds,
hybrids,
or-
yes. Which indicates to you those giant isopods must be pretty large, and probably in this cave somewhere.
Ew.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Bugs.
All right. And you had said that by itself, the isopod wyvern hybrid Iker.
Yeah,
was
there's
it-
no real magic property or properties for you to take advantage of. It's just, it's just thick and probably makes things dirty, but probably and sticky and everything, but not to the point where it's
Okay, so there was no helpful alchemic
right.
type. All right. Whilst I propose then that perhaps we go ahead and take a few minutes here if you are needing time to prepare these eggs. I can do some more with our wyvern friend over there, and then we will be ready to leave.
Oh, do you think to take some parts of its scales and teeth and claw?
I do have some of its scales already, but I heard you say something about wanting Sebastian to have some armors of wyvern, and so you can help carry it.
Sure.
So we're gonna go head back over here.
So, Cyclonin, how is this Guardian of Nature thing? Is it gonna be a full-time job, or could Gizzard and I like fly around on them for funsies?
It depends on how soon it is that they hatch. For all we know, it may ascend within the next 5 weeks. But if we do not, then if all goes well, they will be friendly to us. And perhaps they would be so inclined to allow for a ride. But it depends on how big they start as. But
Yeah, no, I get that. All right, then I support the plan. Let's make them guardians of nature.
You
Agreed.
only want to support it because you want a pet.
That's very clear. I'm being very clear about that.
I support the wanting of a pet, especially one that is a giant isopod hybrid. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's literally our combo. It's half lizard, half bug.
Yeah. Come
We
on.
could be step
Oh,
parents.
look, it's your ugly baby.
Yeah,
Ugly.
we will raise it as our own.
Okay. Along with the scales, you did say that there was a stinging tail type thing, like a scorpion tail.
Yeah.
Is there? Would I know anything good or bad about that? Would that be another roll?
You can give me a nature check.
Nature or arcane?
I don't think it's really arcana in this case. So yeah, probably in nature, maybe survival if you have it.
Definitely nature. Okay. Miss Darcy, can you be helping me here examine this tail?
Of course.
Is that inspiration or just advantage?
You have inspiration for the next 10 minutes, no matter what. So you always will, for the next 10 minutes, you will have plus 10 to whatever you roll.
Gotcha.
Well,
gotcha.
not constantly.
Okay.
I thought it was just on one roll, right?
Okay. So yeah, you it is a fairly potent poison in the sense that something injected with it, will take damage. But it doesn't have any real long-lasting effects. So it's not once once that damage is done, it doesn't continue to infect the person. Unfortunately, it's something that is kind of renewed and kept active by the process of the wyvern, so it will lose potency over time.
Okay, I will go ahead and collect some of this just because you never know. And then you said 100 Mithna worth of.
Yeah, actually, I
scales.
lied. I should have said 1,000 because it would basically be something like kind of similar to dragon scale armor. So it's probably maybe 1,000 worth rather than 100.
Okay. All right, I will change that to 1,000, and with the extra time we have, I would like to collect enough Werven scales for Miss Darcy to be able to have a suit of armor made for her favorite human.
Yes. Favorite human gets armor. Power boost and armor.
Looks like this was probably where the thing was bedding down.
Yeah, so you can see it looks like shredded wood, actually, like from crates and boxes and stuff like that, kind of just shredded and laid down as kind of like a bed. As you look around, though, you don't see anything obviously valuable, and the wood there is definitely not salvageable.
All right. So one other question I have then is going back to the entry into the lair. Does it look like the eggs would fit through here?
Just barely.
All right. Well, in that case, I think I'm going to start working these things back towards the entrance. I'll go ahead and grab one at a time. You said they were 600 to 800 pounds? Yeah. Okay. I did the math, and the earth elemental is strong enough to carry one at a time.
Okay. Yeah, so you'd kind of have to, jerry rig it through the gap, but you can get it through.
All right.
Like
so,
a giant
yeah,
couch in a narrow hallway.
Yeah.
so I'll get all 3 of them over into this area here.
All right, so that'll take you probably a good 20 minutes. All right. So Judge is collecting scales. The Earth Elemental is moving eggs. Conglomerate, what are you doing? What do you think? Oh, one thing before you answer, I forgot to give you guys your hard-earned experience points. There you go.
Ah, yes.
Yay!
All right, so
We
Conglomerate,
did
what
it.
are you doing?
I'm testing out this this new I didn't take any damage, but I'm gonna test out, or is it only usable once per day? I wanted to try using the cannibal.
No, the
thing.
plant thing is only useful. You can use it once, and then you have to take a short or long rest. As far as eating the bodies, you can do that as much as you want. It just takes 10 minutes to consume one body.
Well, then, as Judge takes scales off the body, I'm just gonna eat it up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So in that
You can
case,
go ahead and get
you
the
now
meat
have
underneath.
10. Or sorry, you have now 20. No, I take that back. It's 20%. So let me. So let's see. It had. So 50.
As I'm pulling scales off, I'm just handing them to Conglomerate, and he's basically just nibbling all the meat off the
Cleaning
back
it
and then
off,
handing
yeah.
me the cleaned scale.
Yeah,
It
so you
only
have
has
20
standing.
temporary hit points because that's your maximum.
Oh, it gives me 10 hit points?
Yeah, it gives you up to 20 temporary hit points if it overflows your hit points.
Oh, well then that's perfect. Yeah, let me take 20 temp.
Yep.
This is perfect. All right.
You
I
just
like
get a
that.
little tasty snack.
So you can
It's
see
delicious.
Conglomerate just
Um,
eating parts of the wyvern.
Werven teeth or bone, is that worth anything, or is that just Joryish?
As you go and you check these, they look chipped and broken. Obviously, the between the fight and its old age, they're not in. You doubt you'd find any buyers for them.
Okay.
So Mama Wyvern's too old to have any good teeth.
Yeah.
Well, I assume Mama
Oh, and-
Wyvern, since it laid eggs, unless there's another around here.
Yep.
And Cyclonin, how much time did you need to take with your eggs there?
Apparently it took 20 minutes to get them out into this area.
Okay, that's all you're doing is moving them from there to here?
Yeah, because getting them through the hallway, it's like moving a couch, like I said earlier, through an area it doesn't want to go, or a bed, around a corner or whatever. It takes a lot more time just because of that.
Okay.
It should be easier beyond this point, but it will of course take some time to move these things to the entrance. Plus we do have to decide, because thinking about it, we've been traveling on foot, so we don't actually have any real heavy load-bearing capability for long term. So
Nope.
I said
probably gonna.
leave them here, right?
Well, I would prefer to have them closer to the entrance, so that when we return for them, they are easier to extract.
Oh, okay. Well, kind of the benefit of having them deeper back here too is that people won't accidentally run into them, and those other bugs won't try to eat it.
Well, I do have a plan for that.
Okay.
Actually, let me verify my spells. Prepared.
No.
I do
I'm
have
curious
Wall of
if-
Stone prepared, so I can fortify these into an inaccessible alcove.
All right. Sounds good then.
Yeah, I'm curious. What will this be doing? We will make the hybrid children friendlies to you?
Yeah, so I've been thinking about it, and I think it is time that perhaps we should look into having some sort of sanctuary, a shrine, something of our own. And I have some ideas on how to build such a thing, but I do have an idea of having servants of nature to help watch over the place. And it occurs to me that these creatures could be compelled to serve a similar purpose. We do have a unique opportunity here. There is that saying about, creatures imprinting. Now, given some time to prepare Gias, I could compel these things to be friendly to us right from birth. And with that in mind, if they are having nothing but positive experiences with us from the very moments they are alive, and they're clearly capable of intelligence, the other one could talk to us. So, even if they were not given a lifetime or if they were not compelled for a lifetime worth of time, I do believe that those initial experiences would generally allow them to be friendlier than what otherwise would be possible. For instance, even if I could charm the eyeless wyvern, it would clearly not be friendly to us once that expired. Whereas with these, if they learn nothing but positive experiences, even if such a spell should eventually be dismissed, then perhaps they would still be friendly. And if not, well, they are not the only guardians that I expect to have around, so there will be ways of dealing with these situations. Plus, we did successfully defeat this one, so if we did have to do something about these, we are probably capable.
Just out of curiosity, Jeremy, the judge is thinking about all this, and it sounds wonderful. These Werven isopod crossbreeds, can you figure out what they would be? I mean, would they be like an elemental? What they would be? Like an elemental or a fae, maybe?
Like a creature type.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
They would be bug dragons.
Oh, I didn't-
Dragon
Yeah, but
bug.
that's not actually a
Like,
listed thing.
Like a Flygon.
Yes.
I didn't write it down, actually.
Pokemon
Well,
rules.
Yeah, I know. It's
Do
so good.
insects count as fae then? Because there's like.
You calling me a fae?
No, he is not
No,
a fae. He's
I
a
was
space
just. I was
bug.
I was asking a
Technically,
question
it
because
counts as a dragon.
bug is not a. Okay.
Technically, it
I
still
was
counts as a
asking-
dragon.
Okay. Cause yeah. Technically, there's an aberration beast celestial. There is no bug. That's all I was saying. I was making
That's
a joke
fair.
on there.
That's fair. Oh, is there no bug type? Okay.
Nope. Okay, a dragon. Alright.
Oh.
It's not Pokemon. No bug type.
Oh, then I maybe did something. Is that called
your
an
favorite
enemy
enemy?
type then? No. It's for this. I forgot to use it last session. I will not be forgetting this section. So this thing, I wanted to. Do you see how the top is plus 1d10 to bugs? Should I adjust that to just all beasts, or how does that? Is it supposed to be?
Oh, you
specific?
said bugs, so I was just taking you literally. I mean, it's fine. Because the Sorg are technically bugs and they're demons, but they're technically bug form. So I was just taking it as anything that has bug in it, enough bug in it, it would do your +1. So that's fine.
Okay, well then, yeah, that's.
I mean,
kinda
it's
what I
not
wanted.
technically the letter of the rules, but it's good enough for me.
Okay, well then let's keep it like that. I didn't know if I had to adjust anything.
You're an expert exterminator of all bug-like things.
I'm a highly trained bug warrior, trained to fight other bugs. That's what I do.
And now you can eat them.
And now I can eat them up for 10 hit points.
Like a normal bug would.
Exactly.
Nice.
Quite fun.
All I can think of is like wasps. You know how they like eat bugs?
Yes, yeah. I feel like Conglomerate does kind of look almost wasp-like.
He's
definitely
like a mix
pretty
between a
design.
cricket, a roach, and a wasp, because he doesn't fly. You need wings. Where are your wings? Why haven't you evolved?
Oh, they're coming. Don't worry.
To be fair, ants are wasps.
Oh, well, there we go. That explains that.
But he's not the flying kind.
No,
Well,
not
He hasn't
yet.
earned his wings yet. Those are the
Yeah.
soldier ants.
One of the things I will admit, one of the artifacts I asked for was bug wings. So you may have to deal with the flying conglomerate very soon.
Well, if you bug me too much, I'll just watch you with a
Yeah,
something.
Nice.
your your new defined artifact will be an electric bug zapper.
Zapper. I'll just zap you.
That's good.
Alrighty. So what's next?
So did you want to move those eggs now, or should we continue exploring the dungeon?
Yeah.
I would kind of like to move them now, but while we are still reasonably fresh.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you gonna keep them?
Up
For
front?
the moment, I am thinking that cave where the goatlings were living, I could place them there and then seal them into the stone. That would keep them safe until we can return with a. We might need more than one cart, given how heavy these things are. Judge, do you not have the ability to create some sort of floating disc?
No, that was the other one.
Oh, just a second.
Although it probably doesn't have enough weight capacity.
No, the floating disc is 500 pounds for just one of them, and yeah, Judge is the person who doesn't actually have that spell.
Well, it wouldn't be adequate in this case anyway, so. Oh no.
So yeah, what I would probably say is if you said you can carry one of these, right? So yeah, so you would basically have to, take 3 times as long to move essentially, since you'd have to carry one, put it down, move it down, put it down, etc.
Right. Well, it does still seem worth doing to me.
Okay. Shall we wait for you here, or do you want us to escort?
Well, actually, out of curiosity, how far underground did we go? Because you did talk about some fairly steep drop downs.
Yeah, you're probably fairly far down, perhaps a couple hundred feet total.
That's just not
About
bad.
how long? About how long would it take to move?
How long would what take?
To get to where Cyclonin wants to go from here.
Probably a similar amount of time as it took you to get here. Maybe you'd be going uphill and everything, but it's not too bad. Maybe half an hour or less.
Cyclonin, is it okay for something a little rougher, like say a large stone here, and I gesture towards these big rocks, to assist you in carrying the eggs, or are you okay doing this by yourself with them being so heavy?
I do not understand what you mean by this rock.
Much in the same way that I animate my spheres on my pauldron. The rock will be able to help pick up and lift.
Is that because you're talking about animate objects?
Yes. One huge rock should be able to carry one huge egg. Unless you want to go ahead and do it 3 times as much time. If you want to be more gentle with it, I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, it's actually a good question. What's the strength of your animate objects?
I'm not sure. Here.
Not enough. Even the huge one has a strength of 18.
Oh.
How much strength bone? Never mind. Not even worth asking.
I mean, being a large creature, I gain a doubling of my capacity, and even that's not enough to be able to carry 2 of these.
Well, a huge creature gets to do that capacity thing as well.
So I have a question. let's say,
Yeah, fair enough.
what if you were still in Earth Elemental form and a certain lizard cast Enlarge on you? Then would you be able to carry multiple?
Probably, but
You
I would
wouldn't
only
get
be able
very
to do
far.
it for a minute.
Good point.
We're all just trying to help. If it's going to be faster, just to
Would a giant
make 3
gorilla be
trips,
able to
go
do
ahead.
it?
Yeah, the problem with the giant ape is that well, a lot of this area is large. There are spots that might be a little bit more of a problem. I can fit through tight spaces here with no issues. Also, climbing becomes a bit more of a challenge. Since I can move through the stonework, it is much easier for me to climb than any other form. I do have an idea for a way to get these things to the surface quickly, but it will require Gizzard's help. But it also means that we would be separated if that were to be done. Do you have alternatives for getting to the top? I mean, without me around?
I can act as a form of transportation for a short amount of time.
I can also just kind of.
How far away from the surface are we? Are we 500?
So let's see. It was 100 feet, 200 feet, roughly 300 feet down.
Yeah.
I believe I can be doing something. I can.
Because I can feel. Like.
Why am I needed for this plan? Like, what am I needed for?
Your enlarge reduce ability would be quite useful for me. Actually, yeah, that does bring up a good point. Let me double check something. Let's see. Okay, so 29 times 15 times 4.
Also, technically, I can turn myself ethereal. And I can move up, down, whatever, and get through. If we need an emergency, someone to get through.
Oh, that's cool.
Can Dimension Door take one of these eggs?
I think.
Dimension Door? I don't think it goes that far.
Well, 1,000 feet. We're.
Oh, I thought Jeremy said 300.
Well,
Sorry,
that's
I
just
lost
that's Dimension Doors to 1,000 feet, isn't it?
Yeah. My point was Dimension Door. Oh, 500 feet.
Yeah.
But,
So
but
yeah,
it would
I
reach.
think Dimension Door would get you all the way outside.
But
yeah, it would
Darcy
take an
wouldn't
egg.
be able to carry an egg. However, that could be used to get other people out.
I could get Big Boy out. I could Dimension Door you.
I've got an idea that doesn't require Dimension Door for that. I was thinking that if there are 2 ways for this to go. If Gizzard were to twin cast, enlarge, reduce, and reduce 2 of the eggs, then I could easily get. Yeah, because actually an 1/8 of the weight. Ooh, I think. Hold on, let me do the math one more time.
You carry all 3.
That would be nice. Wouldn't have to do much at all.
Yeah, if he can shrink 2 of the eggs, I should be able to carry both of those eggs Dimension Door instant pop to the ceiling or to the surface.
I mean, yeah. That'd be great.
How long does the shrink thing last?
1 minute.
1
Okay.
minute.
So you
Yeah,
basically pop
that's
out
why
somewhere
Dimension Door.
and then put them down, and then they basically go back to original size.
Yes, and that's why speed is of the essence.
But we do still have the issue of, well, if the 2 of you can teleport, what of Conglomerate and Gizzard?
Gizzard is alone and I can climb.
At 1/8 the weight, what are the eggs? Dimension Door can take quite a bit. I can carry an egg, he can carry an egg, and I can take one other person with me, and Darcy can do the same.
Well,
Yes,
problem
yes.
with Dimension. Oh yeah, that's right. If they're shrunk, the full size egg wouldn't work.
No, that's why he had to shrink too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he'd have to
Oh.
cast shrink on the third one after we got to the surface.
Oh yeah, that's true. So that could extricate all three, but then that puts 2 people up at the surface, and then I mean, would you teleport
It
back
puts-
down? Oh wait, no, yeah, because
Well,
you could
wait
be
a second.
carrying those and take a person with you.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I said.
actually-
It's like, yeah.
Okay, yeah, this
I
does
take
work.
somebody. Yeah.
So it sounds like you're using Dimension Door how many times? And just basically going to the surface, dropping off the eggs, and coming right back?
If my understanding would be twice, because Judge and Darcy both have Dimension Door, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, and what do we need to come back down here for? Let's make sure we have everything ready. So
Well,
we'll just leave it, right?
Nothing.
I
if
don't
this
know
were-
how
so,
anybody else.
Okay,
don't
so
know
what the
how
idea would
anybody
be, we have conglomerate. Man, this is like that the fox that river puzzle, but
No, it's
basically we have-
not that complicated, David. I don't know how
It's-
everybody else feels.
Stop.
No, it's
You
not
guys
that
talk it
complicated.
over. I gotta go upstairs. Be right back.
Yeah, I know it's not complicated, but it still has to happen in a specific order. So the idea being is
Not nearly as much as you say. Just listen.
you don't even know what I'm saying yet.
We don't have to come back down. We're fucking leaving. We're going back
Oh,
down.
leaving?
Yes, I know.
So it's like, I'll take one person, I'll take Conglomerate, we'll each carry an egg, poof up, Gizzard casts Shrink on the second egg, Darcy and him poof up, you're on your own, you float through the ceiling, that's it.
That's what I was trying to say, but you kept interrupting me.
Well, that's because you were trying to have us come back down.
No.
We don't have to enter the cave again.
No.
Okay.
I was just saying it was important to make sure we don't accidentally send Gizzard up, because Gizzard has to cast the spell first, ideally on 2 eggs. That way, whoever can carry 2 eggs takes them up with Dimension Door, taking Conglomerate along. And then the last egg could probably be carried by Darcy, although it'd be funny if Darcy's stronger than Judge.
She's not.
Yeah. But after the spell ends, then then Gizzard casts it on the third egg, which Darcy could take up, and then she can take Gizzard and go up, and then I could go up that way. But it was more the whole, if something went wrong and accidentally somebody, like if Darcy or Gizzard went up first, then that breaks things. That's the only reason I said it was complicated. It's important to make sure that Gizzard stays and Darcy stays. Conglomerate has to go first with you, or Darcy has to go first with Conglomerate.
Yeah.
But either you or Darcy goes first with Conglomerate, and then the other one of you two goes with Gizzard.
Yeah. And then you go up last just because you're floating through the rock.
That was all I was trying to say the whole time.
Okay, so do you guys have your plan ready?
Yeah.
We finally know how we're gonna get these eggs up.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
It's so I'm going up with Judge with the Dimension Door. He's going to carry a shrinked egg, and then Gizzard is going to once again shrink.
Gizzard is
another-
going to cast
Yep, there we go.
Shrink. He's going to cast Shrink on 2 eggs. One Conglomerate is going to grab. The second egg, Judge will grab. Judge and Conglomerate will Dimension Door to the surface. Gizzard will repeat the process.
Oh, we lost him.
He's gone.
We have it figured out.
wait
We're all
for,
gonna go to the surface and have an egg.
Okay. So it sounds like you have 2 groups dimension dooring up with eggs. So who's staying behind, if anybody?
So which one of you wants to go first, Judge or Darcy?
It honestly does not matter to me. I can go first.
Very well. So, Geezer, are you capable of casting Enlarge Reduce twice?
Yes.
Alright, so for the first time, could you twin cast it on 2 of these eggs, please? And then immediately give them to Darcy and Conglomerate.
Okay, go
Twin
ahead and
cast.
use the spells. And sorcery points if you're twin casting.
And I'm casting a magic missile at the wall. At a 5th level.
Okay, it hits the wall really hard.
The things you make me do.
Well, that cave will never harm you again. I wish that were true.
Not yet.
God, yeah.
Okay. Take those eggs. Get them out of here.
And please allow the spell the whole minute to run, because just in case it takes them some time to move them into position. Please move the eggs into the farthest point of the Goatling Cave alcove.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and cast your Dimension Door, so we can get the spell slots used.
Get that door going.
Oh, sorry, not Dimension Door. I meant the Shrink spell.
Oh,
Yeah. You gotta shrink it first. I ain't carrying that crap.
I shrunk one of them.
He did. He cast Enlarge Reduce a minute ago.
Oh, did he already?
And then he met a magic twin spell.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
above
okay,
the twin
yeah,
spell.
fair enough then.
So now it's time for
Darcy to cast Dimension Door.
and take Conglomerate along.
Let's go on an adventure.
Whee!
Okay, so Darcy and Conglomerate are teleporting to the surface.
Yep.
Alright,
Boop, 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 boop. Like an elevator.
Into the Goatling Cave area.
Yeah, give me a moment to get you into position here. Okay. Alright, so they are gone. As you said, the Goatling Cave, so I'm assuming that's where you're targeting.
Yes.
Okay.
And please allow the spell to expire naturally. We want to make sure they have as much time as possible to move the eggs, because once the time expires, those things will be too heavy for them to move. And I guess Judge Dimension doored out of the call.
Yes, he did.
Oh, Judge
Okay.
is gone as well? Alright.
Well, no, Tyler fell off the call.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then once the minute passes, Gizerd, if you would do the honors on the final spell, that is no twin casting needed this time.
Will do. And
All right, then.
Sorry.
Judge, if you
Congratulations,
would
you're now
commence.
vulnerable to piercing damage. That's what all the arrows come out of the wall. Just kidding.
No.
Poke him with a finger, and all of a sudden it's like, ow, I'm bleeding.
Alright.
Alright, so your next
Hunters.
egg is small. To cast Dimension Door. Okay. So who is going with that Dimension Door?
That would be Gizzard and Judge.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
And Gavel, obviously.
Alright, so that just leaves you then, right? Cyclonic?
Yeah, so for this, what I'm going to do is I'll just meld into the wall and basically go more or less straight up, but I'll also kind of angle south to ensure that I come out in the ground instead of continue to come up the mountain or something.
Alright, I'll just put you outside then.
All right. I'll go ahead and Walk back in.
All right. So, where are your eggs then?
Yeah. Yeah, where are you guys putting them?
I was gonna
Um,
run back and put it like nestled back in this corner.
not like right on the wall, maybe if you wanted to put them like here. Well,
Yeah, like on the hay. Yeah,
yeah.
nestled in the hay.
We'll move over here if Cyclone wanted to come up here and inspect his eggy treats.
Right.
All right. I assume that
There you go.
everything probably seems in order.
Yep. Let's see. I think they're roughly that size. So. There you go.
Yes, these will do quite nicely. All right, and since I'm running short on elemental form time here, I guess now's a good time to switch back over to my normal view.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to cast a spell anyway. You might have to change some visibility here.
Oh, does your token not have visibility anymore?
Oh no, it's working. I wasn't sure if it would since I was having to drag it in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's working. Okay. All right.
So from what you guys remember, you guys do know that you haven't. There are sections of the cave you haven't seen yet, and you do remember there's rumors that this place was an entrance to Urbanate.
Yeah. But we're not ready to go there yet.
Yeah, I don't think we're ready for that.
So, let's see. All right, so conglomerate, you probably do not want to stand there for this.
Okay.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Wall of Stone, and I'm basically going to let's see. There was some sort of drawing tool, right?
Yeah, there's like fourth down. Well, I don't know if you see it. Oh no, you don't have it. So here, you're basically blocking off that section here.
Sort of. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little tricky about it. What I want to do is basically kind of diagonally. I mean, like, okay. Actually, does it? No, it doesn't show that here. But basically, see how there's a hay bed here. Actually, no, more to the point. See how there's urns here,
Yeah.
here, and here. Imagine using Wall of Stone to basically make a stone room with an entrance like right here. What I want to do is make it seem like the cave ends in a man-made thing, rather than just like an actual man-made room instead of just a wall, so that nobody necessarily has a reason to suspect that there's anything beyond the wall. And I'll kind of add extra walls to thicken it out at the back. So probably like something like that. That'll protect the eggs, but then it'll make it look like this is the point of interest rather than the wall hiding a point of interest. And then this back wall will actually be like 5 layers in order to, probably a little less than that. But yeah, a few extra layers in order to thicken it up, just in case.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and actually cast the spell.
There. You have a little thing there just to suggest that there's multiple layers.
Oh, that's annoying. It's giving me a template to use. Okay, I was able to cancel it, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right. So that should do for the time being. So did we want to take a chance to explore more of the cave, at least find the entrance, or do we want to go back to civilization first?
What else are we looking for then? Just the entrance to Urmanig, or were you thinking something else was here?
Well, there is an iron boat for, in theory, as far as getting to Armanig. Wasn't there some item here in this down there that you were looking for yourself?
Yes, but I was under the impression that that was from the cleft. Unless we can get to it from here.
I thought the item was in. Well, let's see. What was the information we had about that? Yes, it says it is in Urmenig. And if there is an entrance to Urmenig here, there seems to be little reason to go somewhere else to find a different entrance. Especially when there is already a labyrinth there to try to get through.
Alright. And,
I do think trying to approach Urmenig from this particular location probably stands to gain more for us.
alright. Is there anybody,
Yeah.
shall we? Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else we really need. I mean, we could go search for Judge's thing, but I'm not thinking of anything else that would keep us here.
I mean, we've gone as far as we could for now, so I think we should go back. Also, we do have some appointments to keep in. As far as civilization, we have to meet with the
Oh, that's right. The guy on
guy,
Friday.
and then we need to. Also, wasn't there like somewhere else we wanted to go and talk to someone? I know Darcy also wants to meet back up and see how Sebastian's doing, but definitely we have an appointment with the head honcho.
Let's see, when did we just trying to verify when we ran into that.
You do have a couple of days for your appointment, at least.
It's been at least one day.
So if I recall correctly, the items you have commissioned will be ready for us the day after tomorrow. And then it is the day after that that was the meeting. So that is 3 days away.
Is the time still accurate? Is it still Tuesday?
It's still the 3rd. Well,
Yeah,
perhaps
okay.
what we could do is we could try and explore, find the entrance. I can understand waiting to go to Armenig, but at least if we know where the entrance is, and we decide we are ready, we can then easily return to it. And it should be easy enough for us to get back to civilization.
Alright, we can do this. We'll find the entrance, but yeah, we are not ready to go to Urmenig. That is a long.
I don't know. I am low on magic. If we run into anything rather large in our search, I would not be able to help you very much.
That is an excellent point. How are the rest of you as far as your resources?
I'm running low on spells, but all in all, I'm not too terrible.
I'm doing okay.
I'm not up to full, but I could hold some off to get everybody else away. Right. So if we get into a small skirmish, we're fine. If we get into something larger, it is come back later. Agree?
After all, that wyvern mated with something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, did I make a nature check, or do I just know the isopods?
Oh, you know that it's an isopod wyvern hybrid. You can draw your conclusions, and those You know those giant isopods are here somewhere.
Okay.
But no, not where.
Alright, yeah, we can take a look around to see if we can find the entrance to Urmanig, but anything big, we will go ahead and take our exit. Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
Are you comfortable with this, Darcy?
Not particularly. I tend to
Oh.
find myself in dire straits, and I will not be able to heal myself, or any of you for that matter.
Well, let's just head out. We can always come back. We know where this is at.
That is true, and I suppose I could use the rest.
Second one. Did you want a stone of some sort in this area to completely block off your little place here?
There is probably some advantage to that. If nothing else, it would prevent anything else from moving in. Not that there will be much time for that.
Is this rock right here, Jeremy, about the same as right here?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay, well, once everybody else gets out, I can just animate object and tell the rock to walk into the space and wedge itself in.
Alright.
Walk forward, rock, waddle.
Alrighty, so you guys all leave. You guys can just leave your tokens where you are, because if you're gonna come back, you know, I can just, you guys can just start from where you are. So let me go ahead and move you to the islands.
Fucking teammate.
So, well, I do think there are multiple stops that I would like to make. There is some benefit to stopping by the watchtower. But how does everybody feel about spending the night in Catanese? We could check up on Sebastian.
Yeah.
That is fine with
That's a
me.
great idea.
That sounds wonderful.
Well, in that case, but we will need to stop by the first watchtower. So anyway, everybody gather close. I will cast Windwalk on everyone. This will take a minute. Okay, so go and cast Windwalk.
I've been waiting for this one. This would be fun.
All right, and
So how long does that take?
6 out of 30, like 12 minutes.
Okay, I'm just gonna advance 10 minutes then here. Close enough. Alright, so you arrive at the Anchor's Watchtower. You've been here before. You've been to the inn and the guard tower. It's still, you know, afternoon, so the guards just let you in, don't disturb you. So what do you do?
Oh, actually, as long as I'm there, I'm here to collect the reward for defeating the bandits. My understanding is that the guards should have had time to investigate the claim.
The name?
El Gato.
Alright. Please, he hands you a scroll. Please go to the guard tower over there. He kind of points the way. Tell the guards at the gate why you're here, and they'll let you through.
All right. I got confused there as I was like, oh, we just approached. But yeah. All right, so I go ahead and take that and go over for that.
Alright, so you get to the gate. Can I help you?
I am here to collect a reward for defeating bandits. Here is this scroll that I was handed by the guards.
Alright, follow me. And he opens the gate and leads you to the guard tower. And then inside he says, "This person claims to be here for a reward of some sort." And he gestures to the person behind the desk and then turns around and leaves. Person behind the desk looks up and says, "Name?"
El Gato.
Okay. Looks through some scrolls. Please wait a moment. There's some chairs there. I'll be with you in a minute.
Of course.
So we should get red
Wow.
tape.
Jumping all
At least
through
you don't get a number.
scrolls.
You know, like a queuing line.
Yeah.
True. Go in and it's like B47.
10 minutes
Yep.
later, you hear, El Gato, please approach the desk.
Yeah.
So it says here that you were helpful in exterminating some bandits. We officially thank you for your service. Given the size of the issue, I have been authorized to pay you 200 mithna for the deed. And he hands you a bag. Please sign here stating that you've received said 200 mithna.
I go ahead and sign El Gato.
He puts it away. Well, the guard here will see you out. And another guard walks up. Please follow me.
Thank you. Have an excellent day. I tip my hat to you.
He nods as he leads you to the gate and then closes the gate behind you.
Mm-hmm. So I head on out.
So the whole act of getting your reward took about 20 minutes. Still much better than the DMV. So what do you guys do next?
That 20 minutes, is there a money place here in the tower while he was doing that? Or was that all the same place?
You could go to, see, there's a temple, there's the tavern, there's the agora. Yeah, there'd be something in the agora for handling money changing. So if you ask around, you'll get led there. So what are you trying to do?
I'm going to change out some half mithna to full mithna just for weight.
Okay. So here it's fairly cheap, so they'll charge you 1%.
Okay.
So whatever the transaction is, whatever the total amount is that you're changing, they take 1% of that.
All right, so 400 and let's see, because I've got an odd number here. So if I were to get 460 half mithna changed into 230 mithna, how many mithna would they?
So they would take 2 mithna from that.
All right, and I've got 469, so I will subtract 4 half mithnas for the tax. Okay. So that'll be 5, and that'll be.
So yeah, they do your exchange, and then they take, they charge you the 2 mithna, and then you're done.
Okay, all set.
Anybody else doing anything during those 20 minutes?
If we're just at the guard tower, not much, except maybe like relaxing.
Okay, so your 20 minutes passes, judge comes back because he walked away to go to the agora. So what do you guys do next?
Well, I did think somebody said something about Cepezos or Catanese.
Sebastian is currently in Catanese, so that would be the probably the most likely prospect. It does have the added bonus that it is closer.
Excellent. Sounds like a good rest for me. Or to me. For us, yes.
Yeah.
2s and 4s are still difficult in this tongue.
So, all right. Well, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and start moving.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that would take about 40 minutes.
I was going to say, we could have literally just straight lined it over the water and everything.
Yeah, but I wasn't using the big map, so I was kind of doing nap of the Earth flying. So
Ah, okay.
Okay. So you arrive, so I will move you to Katniss. Okay. As you arrive. Oh, actually, do I have a token for you guys? Yeah, so you guys arrive. And as you arrive, you don't see anything, noticeable, nothing big happening as you enter. So where do you go?
well, if if you are to go see Sebastian, and I suppose I will leave you to that, I will probably go to the Riotous Centaur and grab myself a drink.
Okay. So
The
you're going
riotous
to
centaur
get.
is how you're feeling? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. So what you're gonna say?
The riotous centaur, that is how you're feeling? I figured we might be hitting the hawk to breathe.
Mm,
Judge is walking beside you as you're walking, so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go the same place. I was just making sure.
well, I suppose it depends on how busy it is there.
I believe the last time I was here, somebody ate some bad meat of mystery.
Well, I will not allow Tavros to vomit on me.
Yeah.
So, at the Riotous Centaur, how is it looking inside?
Okay. So once you arrive, um, it's starting to get busy, but it's not super busy yet. There's still a couple of free tables. As you look inside at the back of one of the and one of the back tables, you can see you notice Sebastian is back there, drinking and eating bread.
Of course.
Well, in that case, the rest of you have a good time. I think I will go to the Keen Hawk.
Okay.
Yeah, the judge will head off there.
All right. So it sounds like Cyclonin and Judge are going to the Keen Hawk. And is anybody staying at the Riotous Centaur?
Yeah, I will.
Darcy.
So Darcy and Conglomerate. Gizzard, where do you
I'll
go?
join.
Sorry, Gizzard, I didn't hear you. What?
Yeah, I'll go to the Centaur then.
Okay, so Conglomerate, Gizzard, and Darcy walk into the Riotous Centaur. You see, you see Sebastian at a back table. So I'm assuming you're approaching.
Yep.
All right. So as you approach, at some point, Sebastian notices and kind of waves you over. And as you get closer, he says, "Oh, hi everybody. I was just here for a break from sword training. I only have about an hour and I have to get back to it. Little comforts and everything.
Mm.
Where's
And how has everything been?
good. Where's everybody else? Isn't there the other two, Elgato and the other one?
Judge.
Judge. Yeah.
He didn't even
Oh.
remember my name. Wow.
It's been a minute. They are here. They are elsewhere. They wish to be elsewhere for the moment.
Oh. I kind of hope to see Elgato because I wanted to apologize.
For?
Well, the training I've been having, it's kind of made me think about things, and I realized that I let my fear get the better of me too many times, and I think now that he was probably trying to do, he was trying to help me, and he scratches his head. I don't think Elgato would be very good with children. But I understand, and I kind of was really mad at him and never wanted to see him again, and probably hurt his feelings. But I'm not mad at him anymore.
I will let him know.
So yeah, I've been training. They've even had me out hunting and you know, and practicing with soldiers and everything, and everybody's really surprised at how much stronger and better I've gotten.
Yes, blessing from the gods often does that.
But yeah, my it's kind of I don't know. It showed me how much time I've been wasting. Scratches his head.
Well, no use to beating yourself up over past things. As long as we are moving forward.
Yeah, things have been good. A lot of training. The only weird thing is, you know, I've heard of a couple of shipping vessels, you know, getting destroyed out at sea, which is kind of has some people worried. But that's about as bad as it's gotten. Otherwise, things are going pretty well in the city. There was that one crazy guy. He was a priest, I think, and he had a group. Yeah, trying to take over one of the temples, and he had a whole group up in arms and everything. I think they got arrested though recently,
Oh man.
and things have kind of calmed down since then. My
Well, you disturbed the
understanding
peace
is
of mind.
the priest that was leading all that used to be a Simonites. So my used to be my dad's priest, the priest of our household. I think Elgato's probably met him, but I don't know what happened exactly. But at some point he just tried to lead this other movement, and he's saying he was speaking for the gods and tried to take over a temple. And he even said things like the gods were speaking directly into his brain or into his mind, and saying all sorts of crazy things.
Yeah.
Well, I think he is set to be executed in a couple of days.
No.
Oh, well, you
No.
disturbed the peace enough, you get it taken out.
Oh,
Look
this
at
is
that.
terrible
And
for
she just looks at you and is like,
Terrible for
Although
branding.
somebody's told me that some of his followers managed to get out of the city and have gone elsewhere. I think to Cepazes, and I think to other places too, Palamani, I think. So it looks like they're trying to spread the word, as they put it, whatever that means.
the cult yet lives. Well, but the leader is a martyr for the cause, I'm sure.
Yeah,
We don't
something
need
like
a
that.
martyr right now.
Mm,
Still working on branding.
I think your branding strategy is terrible, and this is the result.
I'm not I'm not good at marketing. I don't know.
We're not
Clearly.
marketing people, okay?
We're working on it.
Clearly.
He was supposed to bring the human element.
Exactly.
I think
And
maybe.
you're supposed to lead with a better human.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. This dude kind of stunk. Let's see if we can find a replacement.
He honestly, he might not be the greatest of persons.
Yeah.
However, he had a unique skill.
He did. He really did.
Riling up the peace and causing havoc. Yes, grand
Well,
skill.
As one of them.
The other was intense. Like his proselytizing was amazing.
Yeah, truly.
Like he whipped up a whole crowd of people in like 3 days.
Very talented.
Oh well. Yeah, generational talent.
Exactly.
Oh well.
Noisy sounds to me.
Or we could. Do you want to save him? Do you want to break him out of prison tonight?
That is a lot
I'm
of
down for
work
that.
and a lot of trouble that you will be
Eh,
causing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's not good for branding. It's just not good.
He is not. I
Mm.
say leave him to his fate and do better, and maybe perhaps speak to the rest of us if you plan to do something like this so we can be coordinated better.
Well, it was our task.
It was our task, okay?
And it did not go well, and what have we learned?
It went very well, I'll have you
We
know.
learned that we got to focus more on branding.
You learn that as long as you can keep it from Judge, you don't get yelled at.
Exactly.
Well, a person is going to die now, so
Look, one person is gonna die from our simple mistake. Look, you heard him about the ships. We should focus more on how we messed up with the Kraken, and less
Mhm.
on how.
yes.
White
And how? What
Uncle
is the
with
plan
the
for that? Sure. Let's deviate from the current topic to make ourselves feel better.
Hmm.
Sure.
My
What
plan
is
for fighting the
plan?
Kraken is swim in the ocean until it finds me and then kill it.
That's a great idea, honestly.
You will be likely drowned and eaten.
No. I'm sure I can swim just fine.
I'm sure it will grab you and crush you in its tentacles, and you will drown, and you will die.
Well, I guess we'll just have to find out, huh?
Yeah, there's only one
I will
way.
wait on shore for the inevitable.
Meanwhile, Cyclonin and Judge, you've gone into the Keen Hawk, which doesn't seem to be very busy today. So, what do you two do?
Well, it does not seem appropriate to come into a place like this without a drink. So I go promptly order one.
Okay.
Bar with no drink? Gotta fix that.
Do you order one just for yourself, or you order for Judge as well?
Yeah, what would you like to drink?
If you're having ale, it sounds fine and good enough.
I've come to become partial of the mead here, but I can
Oh,
grab you
mead
ale
sounds
anyway.
No,
Very well.
mead sounds good. Whatever you're
So
having.
they're fairly large, large mugs. They charge you a half mithna each.
All right, so I go ahead and pay 2 mithna,
Okay.
and I come back with 4 mugs or whatever, 2 for Judge, 2 for myself.
Good.
Nice.
It's
That
pretty
mega
easy to
glove.
find a table. Are you going to the back, or are you going to be closer to the door? Where you're trying to position yourselves.
I guess just sort of the back facing into the main room, just to people watch.
Okay. So you find your seat. So what do you guys do or talk about?
Oh. What are the accommodations for tonight?
Well, if we can still get back to Cepezos before close of business, there are apparently several things that I must be speaking with our good friend Vulcan about. Unless you are feeling getting a room here.
Well, I think I would prefer to stay in Catanese for the night. However, given the proximity, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, with the Windwalk spell active, you could easily make it to Cepizas in just a half hour and get back in as much time, so you would have plenty of time to visit and return before nightfall.
Oh, that actually sounds like an excellent idea. How long ago did he cast this on us?
Like an hour ago.
Okay, so we've literally got like 7 hours left of this.
Let's call it 6.5.
Okay, well we'll call it 6 because we are sitting here drinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, in that case, yes, I think we can definitely get that done. If you would like to spend the night in Cepezos, anywhere you want.
And the night in Catanese.
Oh, Ketan, sorry. player mistake. Yeah,
But,
knight and
yeah.
Cantonese. Any you wish.
Yeah, because as far as the rest of us, it's another 2 days before Darcy, well, the items Darcy commissioned are due, and then another day beyond that, so there is nothing immediately pressing at Sepazus, unless, other than your meeting with Vulcan.
Yeah. Well, I've collected the things I think I'm going to be collecting. I would like to give him as much lead time as possible to get it done, and I am a bit concerned. I am still not liking how he is being pushed so hard to make weapons of war. I know we will find this out on Friday, but I am liking Vulcan. You know, he is a good soul.
You definitely have taken to him.
And you know what? And then I just kind of lean quietly in and in Celestial. As gods, we seem to attempt to collect followers, and it's a base of power. But you know, I don't even care. If Vulcan is never a worshipper of mine, as long as he is a friend. Guess I don't need short-sighted power. Used to be more consuming when I was less in control. Yes, even these humans, short though their time may be. Yeah. Perhaps even they have their own rights.
Well, it will be fascinating. It will be fascinating to see what Vulcan thinks when he sees more of the truth.
Yes.
Yes, I've been thinking about some sort of sanctuary, and I've been thinking about the jungle somewhat to the east of Sepazus. Although I wonder if something more centrally located might be better. Something that requires a bit of a journey. I do not want it to be right off the beaten path, but something that is not too difficult for people to make pilgrimages to. But I do have the idea for a kind of at least a partially underground sort of a domain, and protected by natural guardians.
That is why you are wanting the Wyverns. Now, I remember you talked to me a little bit about this. I thought your natural guardians were of a plant-based nature. I was very surprised about the isopod Wyverns. I mean, do you
Well,
really
that is
think
the
they
original. That is the original plan. I do still imagine that there will be plant-based guardians, but I do not see any issues with diversifying. And another thing too is, I mean, creatures like that can be quite terrifying if allowed to become predators, but if encouraged to work with others, I mean, they could be quite capable and perform a great many things if steered in the correct direction. And this is a rare opportunity to take such creatures and mold them, guide their thoughts right from birth. With an additional advantage that people normally would not get. It'd be very fascinating to see how it turns out.
Excellent. That is very good.
And if it turns out to be a failed experiment, at least we should be fully capable of dealing with it.
Yes.
which is also some incentive for this to be out of the way. If something goes wrong, I do not want it to be right in the middle of the populace.
All right. Kind of leaning in. I assume we're sitting in a booth, or we're not sitting at the bar, right?
No, I was aiming for like the back of the room, looking into the room to be able to watch everything.
All right. I kind of hunker in close and pull out the map and kind of roll it out. And it's like, well, we do have here the forest east of Cepezos, but we do have high in some mountains. We might have some company there with the Oracle, but it'd be far enough away that I don't think it'd be a problem. Or do you think the mountains would be too tricky?
For me, the biggest issue is the vegetation is a bit on the sparse side. I would prefer something a little more lush and concealed.
All right. Kind of pouring up over the map here. The only other place I can be seeing is the Tower of Minos, but something tells me that place is, interesting though it may be, possibly left a bad taste in your mouth.
I do find the place to be rather fascinating, but, given that time moves slower inside the place, and it moves a lot, this is something, there's only so much time we will be spending at this island, and while kind of a hideout for us, would be a nice thing to have, ultimately, this would probably serve more as a place for followers to come and congregate. So, considering the people that will be spending the time there for most of its existence, I prefer it to be something that is a little less strange for them to deal with. This tower was here 5 hours ago. Where is it?
Yeah, of course.
Run 30 minutes late and see what happens.
Well, looking at this map, you said centrally located. There is some good foliage, but there's also mountains to the back. If you were to go
What are
around
the
4 miles west of here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and about 6 miles up, you'll see a saddle of mountains. And I pointed out on the map, but I'm trying to, if you have the map up, where to look.
I assume you're talking about off of Cepezos, because
Yes.
4 west and 6 north would be on the path between 2 watchtowers.
Yeah, no. From Cepezos, 4 to the left and 6 up would be a saddle where you'll see the 2 angles of the mountain ridges joining together. You'd be basically, it would be a very centrally located, very defendable. It's out of the way with less problems. I just know that there's also a lot of other things populating the forest to the south of Cepezos, and I didn't know how dangerous that would be for your standard pilgrim, as you were saying.
That's a fair point, although we did deal with those threats. I would not want to expand south. I was thinking more to the east. The spot you point out seems to be okay, but I do not remember there being it being especially lush. I do like the idea of the jungle helping conceal things, but I do like the idea of kind of up against the mountains. I was thinking maybe, follow the mountains a little bit east, but somewhere where the jungle meets. Something not too far. Maybe something that a person could walk to within a couple of hours. And, and be able to build into the mountain, but then have all the plant life there. Plenty of large trees that could serve as guardians.
Okay.
We will need to
Perhaps.
explore this a bit, do a bit of scouting, surveying, if you will.
Yes, and perhaps we can always enhance the plant life there if you're wanting it a little more lush.
I certainly have the spell for it.
What are you thinking of? Just a liquid lunch, or can I get some carbohydrates in you?
I thought the dinner would be a little further out, but I suppose I could eat now. It has been a fairly
14.
long day for me.
14:30? Isn't that like 2 in the afternoon?
Well, it's saying 16:02, so it's about 4 p.m. based on the current clock.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I must have to refresh that because mine says 14:30.
Well, while you guys
Anyway, okay.
are figuring out what you're going to do next as far as eating, I'm going to return back to Darcy, Gizzard, and Conglomerate. So you guys were talking about the priest and everything that went wrong, the Kraken, and so forth. I'm assuming you're speaking in Celestial when you're talking about all that. So Sebastian is still kind of sitting there, watching you guys talk. He's used to this by now. So what are you guys gonna do next, or talk about next, if anything?
Well, he did mention the whole sunken ship stuff. It's like, yes, we know. We also know what's doing it as well.
Oh, you do? I don't think anybody's sure what's happening exactly. I think it was blamed on like large, large fish or sharks or something. Although that would be kind of weird.
No, it is something. It is a large creature. It's not sharks. It's a giant squid, a kraken, if you will.
Oh, really? How do you know that?
We saw it.
Oh. Okay. I'll tell my father and see what he thinks.
Speaking of, what is the guy that I'm supposed to meet in a couple of days called? What is he called?
The Archon.
The Archon of whatever
Sephasus.
What do you know of the Archon of Sephasus?
I don't know a lot. Barius deals with them a bit. He basically, he's the leader. Kind of helps run the town and everything. Ultimately, though, Simonides is actually in charge of. My father is actually in charge of the colony as a whole. As far as what the Archon's like, I met him once when I was younger. He seemed to be a very stern and serious person. I guess he takes what he does really seriously. But I don't really know much about him. Why do you
He
ask?
wants to. This is to see my presence. I might have done some charitable events, giving some coinage to the poor so they may have a little more food on the table. I don't know why this would cause. No, I don't know why this would want him to seek me out. Perhaps he thinks I have resources that he could use.
Maybe. Or maybe he thinks orders in the town's threatened. He shrugs. But I don't know.
By giving out some coin to the less fortunate, so they may have a couple more slices of bread.
Necessarily, but I think maybe I don't know. I mean, were there big crowds, and he kind of looks at you at everybody, and I imagine there was a lot of there was going to be big crowds and probably a lot of stuff going on, and it's probably that part of it.
Oh. It must be a formally arranged thing, I suppose.
Maybe. It might be something like that.
Nothing
but I don't know.
happened.
I'm not the Archon. I'm just guessing.
Whatever. We will find out soon enough. And
But
if
I
it
mean,
is
he
something so
asked you
simple.
to meet him, right? He didn't send guards to arrest you or anything, right?
No, he sent me an invitation to meet him at his home.
So he probably just wants to know what's going on. I mean, if he thought it was bad, he probably would have sent people after you. So I think it's fine.
We will find out soon.
Yeah, well, I'm sure even if it was bad, you just break out and just leave anyway. So
You know it.
Yeah, this is true. It's not like they could really stop us if they wanted to.
I'm
yeah,
kind of riding that wyvern kill, so I might do it anyways.
No, we must at least
Maybe.
attempt to keep things civil.
All right.
Otherwise, we won't be able to show up here without being bothered.
That's a good point.
It's all fun and games until you can't go buy groceries without being harassed by the law.
I still don't know why you guys need groceries. Bushes and animals are plenty tasty.
Not everyone wants to eat strawberry.
I want some strawberry.
Yeah, you're making me
Strawberry,
hungry.
not strawberries.
Let's get some strawberries. Hey, waitress.
Yeah.
Waiter.
She comes over.
Do you have any berries? Can we get like a berry platter?
A bowl of fruit.
Strawberries specifically.
Sure.
Yeah, if you have
Two
strawberries.
Mithna, and I can
great.
get you a fruit platter with berries.
I need at least 8 strawberries.
Here's 2 Mithna and 1 for yourself. Make sure it's the good ones.
Oh, thank you. And she
Only the best.
she goes off to do that.
Berries.
I'm excited.
Sebastian kind of looks at them, and for some reason I get this image in my head. I don't know where it comes from. When they did that, of this yellow person gargling. Anyway, yeah, I think the Archon will be fine. And I've been training a lot, so maybe I can go with you guys again at some point, but not yet. I think me and my father have come to some understanding as far as the whole studying thing. So I want to at least do what I said I would do before I go off again.
Yeah, that makes sense. No worries, man. We're happy to have you whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't forget to tell Arigato that I apologize for the way I acted. Then he starts to get up. I have to go back and go back to my training. So I'll see everyone later. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. Have fun out there.
All right, he heads off.
Well, he seems to be doing much better.
Yeah.
So your fruit comes, and it's pretty decent. It only has 7 strawberries, but it has plenty of other berries as well.
All right, 7.
And it has some melons and cheese along with it. Did you guys do anything else or talk about anything else?
Were there at least 8 strawberries?
There were 7.
No, there was 7, dude.
Dang it.
You can have 4. I'll take the 3.
Okay. Thank you.
So for this Archon, I'm trying to plan it out. Darcy, I was hoping you could kind of coach me how to talk to, how do you put it? Refined company.
Oh, he's here to speak to me, not you, anyways.
So do I just kind of stand there looking cool? Like, what am I?
Yes, you are an entourage and nothing more.
Okay, so like, what type of stance should I be like
Casual,
arms
non-threatening.
Okay, hands, pockets. I never know what to do with my hands because I have so few of them when I'm in a human form.
You can put them in the pockets, or you can just fold them in front of
Okay.
yourself.
I'm gonna put mine
Okay.
behind me.
Oh, behind you.
Yeah,
That's
like
pretty.
like
Pretty
holding my own
fancy.
hand.
Yeah. Okay. What if he wants to talk to me though? Like worst case scenario, he says words to me. What is my? What do I do?
You stare at him awkwardly.
Okay,
No,
I can do that.
you speak to him as if you are any other human being. Like if you would speak to him if a guard approached you and asked you about yourself. Of course, you don't reveal anything about godhood or anything that would be frightening to them, such as magic or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, I got that part down.
We can practice.
Okay.
All right. What,
All right.
Kong? Tell me about yourself.
Am I doing something illegal? You got a warrant?
No.
All right, there we go. Handled. How'd that go, Darcy?
Did you think he was a guard?
Yeah, you
Did,
told me
did
to
he said
pretend
he
like
was going to
a guard.
arrest you?
He said he was gonna like treat him like if a guard came up and talked to me.
Okay, just because a guard is speaking to you does not mean they're going to always arrest you.
Well, that tends to be what they talk to me about.
All right. Imagine I'm a commoner. All right.
Okay.
So, Kong, tell me about yourself.
I love eating things and I love killing things.
Concerning conversation already.
That's acceptable.
Yeah, that works. All right,
I
we're
think so.
going with it.
Perhaps you could say it in a more normal fashion.
Okay. I enjoy feasting and the hunt. Hmm?
There you go.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's the
It
one.
sounds what's strange.
I like it. I like it.
I definitely am. I'm definitely a big fan. Yeah.
Wow.
I,
Man,
And
I
what do
think
you
you're quite
hunt,
refined, though.
Kong? What do
what's
you
up?
hunt? If they should ask, what do you hunt?
All kinds of exotic beasts.
There you go.
And people, bandits? Did we talk about that?
No, hunting people sounds not civil.
Okay, okay. Okay. Exotic beasts. We'll leave it at that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I like it.
Well,
And
I would say that you're quite refined now.
I am already feeling it.
Wonderful. You're getting somewhere. You can at least sound normal.
Yeah, I am curious about what he wants to talk to us about, though. Would you be opposed to me if we get to the city a little bit earlier? Would you be opposed to me performing some reconnaissance on him and just watching his daily actions, maybe listening in on some stuff, figuring out what's on his plate right now to see what we're
Well, you
coming up
did
for?
hear Sebastian. It is likely having to deal with our PR runs with the less fortunate, giving out coin and such.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I have a bunch of pennies to donate to our next one, by the way. So should we wait to do that though until we get further permission from him and figure out what's going on with that?
Mm, probably, but at the same time,
But it could be really fun to just do another one when we get back.
exactly.
Yeah.
We should do
Okay.
one here, even.
Oh, what?
Sure, why not? We
Let's go
have the
do it.
coin.
We do have the coin. Let's hit the streets.
This
Hold
street-
on, we must gather the others.
Oh, okay, okay.
After all, they probably have coppers.
They probably got some money too. Let's do it. Where
We
would
gotta
they
go
at?
find the others.
The other
So
one?
where are you going to go to find them?
They're at the. I thought the Cyclonean said he was going to the other bar, the
Yeah,
bird bar.
Okay.
Verb.
So you head
Burp.
over there, and you see them eating and drinking at the back. And of course, Cyclonin and Judge, you see the rest of the group coming in. So what do you do?
Aha.
So we have
Kind
some
of one
plans.
hand up.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
Oh no, I was backing you over. I didn't know you guys
Oh.
got into the place.
Well, then we will slide in and kind of hang out. We have some plans. Oh, also, I guess Darcy, do you want to tell him? Sebastian had some things he wanted to say to you, Cyclonin.
He is not as angry with you as you think.
Judge just kind of raises an eyebrow and looks over to see and gauge.
Yeah,
what,
any reaction?
Cyclonin's reaction is.
Well, it was not his anger that I was concerned about.
Well, he was very nice, and he said he wanted to apologize to you. And I think he still wants to do that in person.
Yes, I feel like that would be best.
Mm-hmm.
But we relay it along. He believes you were trying to help him, just your method wasn't exactly the best in the moment. But he recognizes now, did you not intend harm?
He's also apparently getting pretty good at sword fighting, and might want to join us on
Oh.
another mission at some point.
Yes, another reason to get the scales done. By the way,
Is it,
do you think
scales
your
of
friend can do such a thing?
I can definitely ask him. That is something I was going to go see him about. But is it still the rapier?
I did not
Sebastian?
ask.
I think that's what we didn't really ask him what weapon he was training. He just said he was off to do more sword training. I
Excellent.
think he's sticking with the rapier, though.
Ah, I knew that was a good choice for that boy. Now, as for what else you were speaking of, yes, I have every intention of going and speaking with Vulcan. Um, I did not actually grab any. I was busy harvesting the scales of the Urvin. But somewhere over in that hoard was some gold ore and what looked like maybe chewed or battered silver bits. I did not see which one of you picked it up, but I know it was not there when I saw it.
Oh, dragon scales with gold lining.
No, but it is not coinage, but raw materials to be needed. You
Okay.
understand? If I do not know which of you picked that up, but if you would, I could take that with me on my trip to Vulcan.
What is your plan with the gold ore?
Well, that is part of the necessary. You know the large chest. I believe I have spoken with you about having a secure place to keep our actual monies.
Mm-hmm.
It will require gold and silver inlay and filigree, and that is a ready source of silver and gold, which has not been worked or stamped into coins, which are more valuable as coins. I thought
Ah,
maybe I'd take
I
those.
see.
While
Yes,
if you want
I did
silver
not
that was
such things.
okay.
I
I
wish
didn't
to
know why
turn
you
them
would.
possibly into more jewelry, since we are coming across so many precious metals and gems.
Well, jewelry comes pre-made. These raw materials are more manufacture worthy. If you had picked those up, I would much like to have them to take to Vulcan on my trip. But yes, I will be asking about the armor for Sebastian. You have his measurements?
No, we must find him to do so.
All right.
He was quick to go back to training, you see, but I'm sure later this afternoon we could drop by, perhaps even spend the night if needed,
Well,
and get such things.
I was going to be leaving right after lunch here, so
Oh, well, we need to track him down then.
Yeah, if you are going to be giving me the silver and gold raw materials, I can go hunt down Sebastian as the rest of you finish eating, and then I can be on my way and meet you back here. Well, would I be meeting
I will
you back
go
here
with you.
tomorrow, or will I be meet? Okay, well, still, I can meet you back here tonight, or if you want to come with, that would be great.
I will go with you.
Excellent. Cyclonin, is there anything
Yes.
else? Is there anything else? Or are you wanting to come with us real quick to say hello to Sebastian?
No, I think I will rest for the time being. You can go take care of that.
All right,
Oh.
so if everybody else is okay, I will go head off to see Sebastian for a moment and then talk to Vulcan. Miss Darcy is
One
coming
moment.
with.
One moment. I do not know if either of you are aware, but whatever side project with some sort of priest these two had seemed to have ended very abruptly, as the gods have arrested said person and plan to execute him. So,
Oh,
Really?
come
for
on.
disturbing the peace, of course.
That's see, when you say it like that, it really makes it sound like it's our fault, but it's not.
It's not.
A
Judge
moment,
just
if you will. What is this side project?
Judge puts his elbows on the table and puts his hands together. Yes, you told me it was going so well.
Swimmingly, in fact.
You know what? It's still gonna go well. Waiter, round of drinks. Round of drinks.
Oh.
Here, we'll really dig
Half
into
messed up
this.
for a mug.
Yeah, here's like 3. Go get us drinks. Okay.
I mean, we didn't do anything wrong.
Look, we didn't. Okay, so all right. So it's really when you think about it, right? It's a problem with branding.
Yeah.
So okay, hold on. Just don't know. Save your judgments. Save your judgments. So we thought that we could successfully integrate the religion that Cyclonin started, I might add, into the rest of society, and have it be beneficial. And there was a couple other ideas that we're kind of playing around with for down the line. And we really did try to get the guy to stop at first, but he was really adamant about not doing that.
Well, wait a minute. Who is this person?
You remember the priest guy that you sent us to go make stop talking about the the writing in the sky?
I guess Cyclone would be struggling to remember this person.
I was going to say,
okay.
Cyclonin met him. Cyclonin was the first person to meet him when Cyclonin went to talk to Sebastian's
His
father.
name was
that's right.
Cyanide, I believe, or something.
Yeah, but and when that
So wait,
guy
Simonide's
actually asked,
priest?
Yeah,
Yes,
that guy.
that's the guy that became the televangelist that they're trying to stop.
Yeah.
So you met him first.
Yep.
So he was really dedicated. We kept telling him like, stop spreading the word, and he was like, no. And then we were like, start doing these other. We just tried, and everything we said to him, he like construed in this other way. So we were like, if he's this dedicated, we'll just take him under the wing, right? This could be a good thing for everybody. Turns out he was like, you know what? Just not a great fit as a leader for this religion, and that's fine. You know, he was good at some things, but yeah.
Well, why did you need to intervene in the first place? I'm not understanding.
Well, because
Our
people were
own
getting angry that there was a new religion in town, and Judge was like, "Hey, go handle that. I trust you guys." And we were like, "Yes, we will do
I do
this."
believe you
Yeah.
said that you would handle it.
Yeah,
And
and
I
you
said,
know what?
okay, I would trust you.
It's still
You
mostly
volunteered. I did not assign
still,
you this.
yeah, well, that's true too.
And I was
Apparently,
here the entire time to help give you assistance if needed.
Well, you
And
did
you told
assist
me you
us.
did it perfectly.
We
Everything was
did
fine.
well. We at the time, you have to understand, at the time we thought and you know what? I think if we had been a little bit more hands-on, we could have maybe avoided certain situations, but we had to go. We had to go. I don't remember what we were leaving for that
I
time.
don't either, but either way,
We had
clearly
to
we had to be somewhere.
we had to go somewhere, and I think he got a little the fervor got into him, and because we may have mentioned something about like spreading the religion more,
Yeah,
and
yeah, we did.
and he I think took that as something else, and then tried to take over a temple, and is now facing execution. That's
Take
neither
over
here
a
nor
temple?
there. Don't see. We don't need to focus
What
on that.
else? What else has this person done?
Well,
hmm.
well, nothing much. He sent out a bunch of
Oh,
missionaries, so we can go
to
handle that.
spread the word and also probably cause issues. I
Well,
believe there was some people, were they not, in the other town?
oh, see, I was gonna handle that then, but once again, we had to go back to the steeps.
There's a lot of would have, could have, should have coming from you.
Yeah, well, we're busy people, you
Yeah.
know.
Hmm.
Honestly,
Can't
I'm
devote
feeling
100% of my time just to making sure that this religion works out perfectly. If the humans didn't mess it up so bad, then maybe it would be okay.
every religion has its rough start, I think, and this is ours.
Yeah, this is our
All
rough
right.
start.
And honestly, I don't think this is a big deal.
But
I don't
I
think this is a big deal.
so you saw potential in this person, but he also
Mhm.
tried to take over a temple. So what was this potential that you saw in him?
So
Feverish loyalty.
Hmm. Don't know about that.
he was a rather loyal person. He was really good at evangelizing. He was a great priest. And he just seemed really passionate, and I liked that. I appreciated that. But yeah, I guess we just didn't see that he was really insane as well.
I no, no, we did, but that was like
Well,
a good thing. That was helpful. You have to
it,
be insane to be in this role.
yeah, that's true.
No,
And
it is
honestly,
not.
huh?
Insanity is the worst quality of a leader.
Uh,
Do you hear yourself? Do you hear
not the
yourself?
leader of a religion. Okay.
Any leader should have some form of sanity and clarity in their
Yeah,
He's
mind.
sane. He just has the.
I thought he was to be honest, I thought he was sane enough to lead the religion. I had hopes that we would use this religion to kind of prepare people for actions that we would take or things that may happen in the world in the coming days. I was also hoping that we could maybe use this religion to open people's eyes back up to magic and be prepared in case of a sword invasion. I had big plans for it, but
Yeah.
now it seems to be sputtering out.
No, no,
'Cause
it's fine. We
Do you
can
cons-
harness this.
do you consider this person to be a true believer?
I mean, yeah,
That's
I
kind of his
honestly
whole
do.
thing.
That was
Yeah.
his whole thing, was like we genuinely, when we went there, we tried to stop him. We did everything in our power to stop him from preaching about this religion, and we couldn't stop. So our next thought was, well, if we can't stop him, let's try to guide him
Redirect.
in the right direction. Exactly, redirect. And I guess that didn't go so hot.
I
But
mean,
yeah, he was really really riled up because of the writing in the sky that we did. So honestly, maybe it might be
Oh.
time. Let's just do another message, and maybe
Wait.
we can be a little bit more specific about how we don't need people to assault temples.
Yes.
Like put that in the footnotes.
Yeah, this is a great idea.
Like
That is a
spread the
fair
love.
point.
The gods have returned. P.S. Don't overthrow existing temples. We can make our own.
Yeah, I think we just have to guide them a little bit more with messages in the sky. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the humans. I had more faith in the humans. I think we have to be a little bit more heavy-handed. That's fine. You know, we live and learn.
Honestly, I think I don't think what he did is a huge deal.
Well,
But he is to be executed for it.
yeah, well,
that's
I
alright.
think it was kind of a huge deal. It kind of was.
Well, how
Trying
about
to
this?
overthrow a temple, probably. You know,
Yeah,
just
he led
maybe.
armed insurgents to take over what I can only assume is a city-sponsored building. So not the greatest, really
I don't
not good.
necessarily think this is always a bad thing.
It's not
Ah.
always a bad thing. Just right now it was.
Yeah, I guess the timing is bad, huh?
Yeah, timing was
Why don't
not good at all.
Why don't you think about these messaging? I think I need to see if I can secure an audience with Simonides. I need to understand more about this person and what is going on. If he is indeed faithful and was acting in good faith, it would just be a shame for someone to, in such a situation, to be thrown to the wolves. Perhaps he deserves a second chance. But
Yeah, that's
let me.
possible. Speak to Simonides, and you know what? At some point, maybe we can go visit him in jail, so you can kind of see him for yourself. I will not lie,
Where,
he's very crazy.
where is he in jail? Here in
Where?
the city or in
Yeah, I
Zapazos?
think I think he's locked up here, and then there's a couple more locked up in Zapazos.
I could probably get that information from Simonides.
For sure.
So I will speak to him first, and I will return here, and
Honestly,
then we will try to meet this person together.
I think a little bit of
Like-
insanity is expected when you're so feverishly passionate about hearing voices.
Yeah.
So I feel like for someone to take that role, they have to be a little crazy. Really crazy.
Judge looks over at Conglomerate and Gizzard, a bit disappointed, a little bit, squinty-eyed. But then he looks over at Cyclonin. So you wish to get your hands with this, brother?
If this person is acting in good faith, I do not want him to be abandoned for believing in a cause. I must find out more about him, and as Simonides' presumably former priest, I believe that he is uniquely suited to provide me a great deal of insight.
Well, I trust you. And I kind of emphasize that, putting my hand on your shoulder. I trust you will do the right thing. And hopefully they will learn something. Is there anything
Man,
you'll be wanting from me?
I don't know
That
if I
was the
can take
lightest
that sad.
scolding. That
It
was so mild.
It was light scolding, but what did we really do that wrong? This guy did all the wrong things. We just
Yeah.
didn't do enough right to fix it. So it's not
The
really.
only thing you did wrong in this situation was you lied to Judge.
We did maybe lie a little bit. I thought it would pay out.
Yeah.
Well, now you're left under supervision.
All right, that's fine. You know what? That's probably fair.
I'm gonna make sure to finish off that drink that Conglomerate and Gizzard bought.
I spent like 3 Mithna on it, so I think
So
it
you
was
got 6.
like everybody gets a
You got
flagon
6
and a half.
drinks,
Or
so there you
something.
go.
Yeah, everybody gets plenty of drinks to soothe it over.
Judge will go
Alright.
ahead and leave his second drink over to Cyclonin and kind of nod, stand up, and go, "Well, I wish to put the rest of this wonderful enchantment you have provided us to use. Miss Darcy, shall we be going?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Darcy and I are going to leave. We're going to head down to the combat training boot camp guard area.
Let's see, the Keen Hawk that has lodgings too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will secure rooms for us here.
Excellent.
Guess we will stay here as well.
All right.
I will come back from Simonides and meet the both of you as soon as possible, and then we will decide what to do about these follower.
So yeah, how long are you gonna take at Simonides? How much time do you think we have to do things?
He's a very busy individual. I think his schedule is going to be a bigger impact than mine, but given that it is something important, time sensitive about someone who is close to him, I feel that he may grant me an audience sooner rather than later, but I would still assume a couple of hours.
Couple of hours. Okay, we can work with that.
Okay. So who wants to go first?
I'd kind of like to get the Simonides thing out
Says
of
a
the way,
couple
since
of
I'd
hours.
probably get there first.
Okay. That's fair enough. So,
But
Cyclonin,
as Cyclonin says a couple of hours. Wait, as Cyclonin says a couple of hours, gavel lands on the table and locks eyes with
Hello?
locks eyes.
I hear my name.
Conglomerate and
I
Gizzard,
heard-
but yeah,
I
you've
heard-
gotten really quiet again.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to yell and I didn't know if anybody could hear me. But yeah. So as Cyclonin leaves, those two are still being watched.
I see. All right. So, Cyclonin, you leave. Where are you going?
Going straight to the Praxilus estate, which I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you show up and there's guards outside, of course, and one of the guards, as you approach, what's your business here today?
I wish to seek urgent audience with Simonides regarding he's a former priest that I understand is scheduled to be executed.
What's your name?
Elgato.
Please wait here. And he goes inside. It takes about 10 minutes, but eventually he comes back outside and says, well, Simonides is in a meeting at the moment. However, I have been instructed to take you inside and have you wait in. There's a waiting room nearby, and he will see you after his meeting.
Of course.
He leads you inside to a luxurious waiting room with couches and chairs, and on the table there's a setting out with wine, cheese, bread, and various fruits. And then he says, so it'll be about an hour.
Of course.
And then he goes
Thank you.
away.
I tip my hat to you.
Okay.
And I sit down and sample the stuff while I nervously and impatiently wait.
All right. So the hour passes and not much occurs. The food itself is fresh and pretty good. After the hour passes, you see the guards kind of leading out a number of priests out of which you recognize as Simonide's office from before, and you hear the door slam behind them as the priests are angrily carted away. And then a moment later, a servant comes over and opens the door again from the inside. Says, Mr. Elgato, you can enter now.
Thank you.
And then the servant leaves, but closing the door behind him. And you see Simonides behind the desk. And he says, Elgato, how can I help you?
I apologize for the unannounced arrival, but I was understanding that your former priest has gotten himself into a great deal of trouble, and
As you say that, all of a sudden Simon Eyes just picks up a bowl off his desk and he just throws it into the ground and smashes. And he says, "That priest, he betrayed the family after all those years. What about him?"
well, actually, that is the exactly the sort of thing that I was curious about.
Do you know what he did? You can tell that Simon is just trying to control his anger, but is really struggling.
Unfortunately, I know very little of what he did, but my understanding is that there are people who may have guided him astray. I wish to understand what it was that he has done, because that does affect a great many things. Not the least of which is your family, of course.
Do you remember when you visited me last time, and we spoke about my son? Well, do you remember? Well, you were just a messenger. Maybe you don't know, but the writing in the sky.
Yes, I do recall saying that afterwards.
And apparently, that same day, or maybe it was the next day, I don't even remember anymore, but suddenly the plants grew. There was some miracle. Something happened, and the plants in the crops, it was like they were enriched by the gods. Well, my priest, after we spoke, after he left this room, he claimed those miracles as his own. He spoke before a temple. I didn't even know what was happening at the time. He spoke before this temple. He spoke of all these miracles. And then he dares to claim that shortly thereafter, that he heard the voices of the gods in his own mind. And he tried to form his own religion, saying the old gods were dead, saying that it was his God that was the real God. And he started taking donations. And next thing you know, he has hired people to dismantle the statue inside the temple. And all along, I find out later that this is all part of some scheme that he's had involved for years. He's had people in multiple cities now that have been just waiting for this moment. He puts his head in his hands, and then he says, our family was blamed for this. He sits in his chair and just throws up his hands. What did you need again?
Actually, I believe you have preemptively answered all my questions. I just needed to understand this person. I mean, he was clearly of, very significant figure in your life, and for somebody to go from being a trusted advisor to finding himself scheduled for execution, that is, in such a short time, it is difficult to comprehend what.
Well, even if he didn't betray me, I have no choice. Someone must be punished for defying the gods, for attempting to take apart one of their statues. It was either my head or his.
It's be interesting to find out exactly what motivated him. I mean, it's hard to believe that a message in the sky. I mean, and you said he took credit for these miracles that happened. I mean, so he didn't credit the gods. He tried to claim them as if they were his great deeds.
Oh no, perhaps I spoke not quite right. He claimed that the miracles were from his god, the new god, the god that only he knows how to speak to, the god that only speaks to him. He might as well have claimed them for himself.
Yeah, that does set him up as something of a self-proclaimed prophet. I do wonder, though, if he was unduly influenced somehow.
Well, there is one other thing that also was strange. There are people. How should I put this? There are people in high positions that tried to defend him, and strangely, when he was asked, "What does God look like?" I can't help but think that it was some sort of insect. It is rather strange.
That is very strange indeed. Would it be possible for me to speak with the priest before his execution? I'd like to try to understand more about what he is getting into, just in case he is not acting alone. It would be good to make sure that this trouble does not continue to brew up in a uncontrolled fashion.
Well, he is to be executed in 3 days. Perhaps I would be difficult to get someone to see him now, but perhaps in a few days if you return. Try again. Try to come back in 2 days.
Very well. Thank you for your time. I apologize for bringing up, revisiting such a fresh and sore memory here. But yes, this whole thing has caught me by surprise, and
Well, I cannot claim I knew any better.
well, I do thank you for seeing me under such short notice.
Of course, when on your way out, just tell the guard I'm ready for the next meeting.
Of course. And with any luck, perhaps our next meeting would be under better circumstances. I hear Sebastian is doing quite well.
Well, that is the one good news as of late, with the ships, and now this. Sebastian is the only thing that seems to be going well in the city. It seems.
We have heard about the sheep thing too. That is something that myself and the others plan to investigate. So perhaps we can do something to ease that burden on you.
Perhaps, but fortunately, the attacks or the whatever they are, it seems to have stopped for now. Hopefully, it doesn't resume, but we'll see.
Well, I would definitely wish to make sure they do not. Sometimes the calm before the storm can be quite troubling indeed. But yes, may I have good news next time I see you.
Thank you.
All right, I go ahead and excuse myself,
All right.
tipping my hat to him as I go.
You know.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and promptly make my way back over to the Keen Hawk.
All right. So meanwhile, you've been gone for about an hour and 20 minutes. Darcy and Judge, were you two up to something, or are you waiting for Cyclonin?
No, we had left. We were gonna head off to.
We wanted to do the thing with the blacksmith.
Yeah, we're gonna go head off to.
Okay,
that.
so how are you getting?
You're very quiet again.
We are going to go head off to where Sebastian is training. We were going to get his measurements for armor, and then we were going to go see Vulcan.
Okay, so yeah, given
Can
an
you hear
hour
me now?
and 20 minutes, if you ask around, you can probably find him. And yeah, he's happy to get you know, he'll help, you know, let you take his measurements. He asks, what's this for?
New armor.
Oh, you're buying me new armor?
No, we are making you new armor.
Oh, you can do that? I didn't know you could make armor.
Well, not that specifically, but we know someone.
Oh, okay. Sure. And he you know, he allows you to take his measurements.
I'm gonna mentally, in my head canon, is this that Judge is about to say things, and then Darcy just put her finger on Judge's lip and says she just kept talking.
Right?
Yeah,
She's like, no,
probably.
this is my human. This is my human. I speak
I
to
was
him,
just
not
gonna.
you.
I was just gonna talk you up about the gods making your stuff is better than any. Yeah, that's fine. You shush me. Because that's that went out.
Okay, so yeah, you go. By the time you go and you get talk to Sebastian, you get his measurements, you get back. Cyclonin would be just arriving. Before
We're
we
not
get,
going back.
oh, you're not going back to
Yes.
the end. You have some other way of getting to Cepazes?
Yes.
Okay.
I have Windwalk still active, so they can change into that form and zip over there in
Oh,
about a half an
okay.
hour.
They're gonna go off
Yeah.
and do that. Okay, fair enough. All right, so you
Yeah, that's
guys
why
go to Cepazes. You said it takes half an hour to get there. Is that
Yep,
right?
pretty quickly.
Okay. So you get to Cepazes, and what do you do once you get there?
Oh, Ms. Darcy, the other raw materials I was wishing for.
Yes. Hand them over.
Okay. Judge takes them and puts them in the box with the one glowing gem wrapped up, the basilisk bones, and so it's got everything in there, including a small scroll that has the specific arcane symbols and filigree stuff on it.
Okay.
And we go to my good friend Vulcan. How is his shop doing?
All right. As you get there, you see it's a lot calmer today. So Vulcan kind of waves you in as you get there, and he says, "Oh, welcome back. I get a bit of a break from all the work. Thanks in large part to your work with the straps so quickly."
Of course, I'm very glad to be helping. And how are you feeling?
Tired, but otherwise I'm
Lately.
good. He kind of scratches the back of his neck and you know, kind of puts down his tools so he can give you his attention. So what brings you by today?
Well, I was wondering, there are several very special things, I believe. Things that no mere mortal hand might be able to accomplish effectively. We're really hoping that you might have the time and energy for such projects.
I have some time for a while, so what do you need?
All right. The first thing is very, very specific. It is of strange exactness. But much like I discussed with you before about the sharing of power and the divine connections that we have,
He nods.
this is similar, but in more arcane fashions. And so Judge goes ahead and pulls out this big chest that shouldn't have fit in his bag, but somehow does. He
You
goes
see
ahead.
him, look, and it's like, he kind of laughs and says, "I shouldn't be surprised."
Oh, of course not. We divine must. Oh wait, there was nobody else in the shop. It's like, yeah, we
Yeah,
must. Yeah, keep
it's
that
pretty quiet at the moment.
Okay. Judge pulls out the ruby ring and kind of just quickly shows it to him, and then shows how it's the lock. And he opens it up, and you can see these basilisk bones. There's a glowing gem in there. There's the silver and gold materials needed. He pulls out one scroll that has certain um, magical symbols on it, and that's to be listed in silver. And then he's got a second scroll that has the gold filigree patterns, and he has exact instructions on how to make a tiny little replica or a tiny little model of this larger chest. He has all this stuff, and um, he explains that I am needing you to take this chest and add these very special adornments. And you're going to need to make a tiny little miniature version of this same chest with these same adornments.
He goes and he looks at the symbols and he starts scanning through the directions and everything, and he says, "This can be done. To do a good job and make sure that it is up to my standards, it will take a fair amount of work, but that's fine. I can have it done for you for 500 mithna."
Excellent. I have the money here.
The only thing is that it will take a few days. He kind of he pulls out another scroll and he starts looking at. You can see that there's dates and the little things pinned in and everything, and it says, "I can have this to you by the 8th."
That is fine. I do not see any real problem with this. It's excellent time. Just out of curiosity, how fares any information on why you needed to make so many?
Yes, I did ask. I did look into that. First, before he starts continuing, do you give him the 500 mithna and agree to having your chest done on the 8th?
Yes, I actually already subtracted it from my inventory, but yes.
Okay, so you can go ahead and remove any of those extra items that you don't need anymore. Because once it's done, you'll have the final chest, so it won't be individual pieces anymore. Okay. Anyway, so he goes, "Yes, I learned a few things, but apparently there's been a group of people speaking to Barius lately, and the Praxis family in general. And Barius has learned some things from them. And I don't have the details of what these things are exactly, but apparently it worries Barius in regards to the safety of the colony. And so Barius has convinced the Archon that certain safety measures are required. And one of those safety measures, apparently, is increasing the size and preparedness of the local militia, the local soldiers, in order to better handle emergency situations. That's about all I've been able to gather, unfortunately, but
I very much appreciate that, yes.
But yes, whatever, it seems that the Archon and Barius are expecting a coming storm, if you take my meaning.
Yes. We'll have to speak with Mr. Barrios about this, but I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. I believe there might be a second commission, and I would like to introduce you to our most magnificent muse, Ms. Darcy.
All right. Hello, Darcy.
Yes.
I am Vulcan. Good to meet you.
I believe we
This
have
is
met
the-
before.
This is
yes,
the man who
I
made your
suppose
find
we
dead.
haven't been officially introduced, though.
Hmm. Well, it is nice to officially meet you. I am well aware of your smithing prowess.
Thank you. He seems to be waiting for you to continue.
Oh, yes. I have a project for you. How would you like to be working on a special set of armor derived from the scales of a wyvern?
He,
Yes.
do you show him the scales?
Yes.
So,
Judge will pull out one scale and show him, the mythical materials.
so he takes it. He bites it. He tries to bend it. He kind of looks at it in the light and so forth. And after a while of doing that, he digs around under in a case nearby and pulls out a scroll and he opens it up. And then he seems to be comparing the scale to whatever he's looking at in the scroll. And then he puts it back and he says, "So, the legends are true, are they? These beasts really
They
do
are.
exist. Which means this
Yeah.
armor," and he gestures back toward the scroll, "must have been made in the past too. Strange that nobody believes this stuff anymore. Well, I guess I wouldn't have believed it myself without seeing it. All right. You wish armor to be made of this?"
Yes. With these very specific dimensions.
Yeah, he looks at it.
And then she gives him the measurements.
Okay. Well, usually I prefer to measure the person myself, but I will trust these are accurate. And he, notes them down. Now, this armor is going to be very unusual, as you well know, not a common armor to make. I do actually have more idea how to make it than you might think, due to the legends. And this is actually, believe it or not, a lot of blacksmiths or armor smiths grow up seeing these legends and digging up seeing these suits of fantastical armor and wishing they could make it themselves one day, but of course, they never do. But anyway, it will still be quite the endeavor, so I'm afraid this one's going to be expensive. I'm afraid I will need to charge you 100 gold mithna for this.
Oh, that is no expense at all.
Well, in
And how
addition
much-
to the other work, which I assume takes precedence?
Yes. There are several other projects I know you have. How much of this material will you need for these?
He kind of pools the materials and given the measurements, he says he can do it for 800 mithna worth of the 1,000 you got, so you still have 200 mithna left over of worth of scales.
Actually, I got another half hour to collect more when.
Yeah.
when
Sorry about that.
Cyclonic was.
You basically got all the good scales because a lot of them where the beast was old and everything. So the 1,000 worth you got were the best scales, and you'd probably be able to find some other scales, but none that are really in the kind of condition you would need for to make armor out of it. So you got 1,000 worth out of 1,000 that's worth taking, I should say. That makes sense.
Okay. All right, and you said 800, so I've got.
So yeah, so you have
200.
200 Mithna worth of scales left over.
I wonder how much 200 Mithnas. I wonder what that can make. Right.
Maybe a breastplate for yourself?
Oh, not for me, but your Sebastian is getting the full armor. I sincerely hope you.
Perhaps
well.
a helm?
No, that was not what I was speaking, but okay.
Anyway, he takes the scales. He takes the money. So it's basically 1,000 Mithna, and he says that assuming that the chest is your priority, it will take until the 11th to finish the armor.
Okay. Sebastian shall be training for at least then, which is not a problem.
That would be Wyvern armor done. Okay. I'm making notes on the calendar as this comes up, so that's what I'm doing in the background here.
Okay. Just
Well,
out
he
of
takes, he
curiosity.
kind of puts it all away, and you see him furiously doing a bunch of writing, and then he kind of locks away the scales and the money and everything, and thick-looking chests or safes. I mean, and then he returns his attention to you after all that's done, and he says, "So that's quite the adventures you've been having lately, I guess, and quite the interesting work for me."
Well, you are the god of the forge. There's nowhere else we can go for what we need.
Of course. Tell me though. You asked about the Archon and the soldiers.
Yes.
Are you worried about something?
The conflict of men is never, sometimes it is necessary, but it is never a good thing. I mean, to prepare for war is to invite it. You understand?
Yes, I think I do. Well then, I should probably get to work here. A lot of work to get started on.
And how are you feeling?
Good. I have been I've been able to become even more productive than I usually am, thanks to you.
Well, it was always inside you. It just needed some focus, and like I said, we divine creatures, we can share our power a bit. Just making sure it's okay. Perhaps when this is all done, I can teach you meditative focus. I think would be very much to your liking.
Perhaps. Thank you.
Of course.
So, is there anything you two do while you're still in Katniss before you return?
Actually, I was going to say, Miss Darcy, did you pay the man?
But he's not working pro bono?
Yeah, I gave him the 800 Mithna worth of my scales. You had to pay him the 1,000 Mithna cash for his armor.
Oh, I'm assuming Darcy paid him. Did you pay him that 1,000, Darcy?
Hold on. Yep, she's gonna pay him.
Okay.
Subtracted. There you go.
All right then. So is there anything else you two are gonna do in San Francisco before return?
Where was the place that she ordered her all the little stuff for them for?
It was different places in the Agora. I don't think any of it's ready yet, though.
Yeah, it's not ready
no,
till the
that's-
5th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're good
But
then.
we can go speak with Barrios real quick. Apparently, he's worried about the war effort. Let's just see this.
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and narrate it real quick. It's like you find your way back to Varius's place. Unfortunately, he is out for the next couple of hours, but then he'll be more than willing to speak with you after that.
Okay. The next couple hours, how close is that gonna put us to the end of our spell?
You could probably make it toward the end of the spell if you wanted to.
No, what I mean is, after we wait a few hours and then talk to Barrios, do we have enough time left to fly back to?
That's what I meant. You'd probably have just barely enough time if you did that.
All right. In that case, yes, we will wait.
Okay, so in that case, that's what we'll leave you then, because it's 11, so I was trying to figure out where to end the session. Okay.
I hate to extend it slightly, but could I have just a quick conversation with Conglomerate and Gizzard, only because it could impact some significant stuff in the next session that would involve skill rolls and stuff?
Okay, so all right, so
I'll make
Darcy
it quick.
and Judge are waiting around Cepesus for Barrios to come back. All right, Cyclonin, go ahead.
All right, Gizzard, did you appear before these priests in your natural form?
No.
I did though.
Ah, interesting. Okay,
I was
that
trying
explains.
I was trying to scare him because he was like, "I'm gonna keep talking," and I was like, "Look how terrifying I am," and he was
Wait,
like,
was it just you or was it both of us?
I thought it was just me,
I thought so too.
but you may have. I was under the impression it was just me though.
I think it
Well,
was.
an insect-like form was mentioned specifically, so
Yeah,
that
I
would
tried
make
to
sense.
scare him. I tried to scare him off, but
Alright.
he doesn't frighten.
Okay, now one other thing. So apparently it's scheduled to be executed in 3 days. I've asked for an audience with him, but that is 2 days away. I am not sure I can wait for that, and I am thinking about trying to secretly meet with him sometime tomorrow, probably. Is this something that you two would be willing to help with?
Absolutely. I was
Yeah.
already thinking about talking to him, but I think it's even better if we all go.
Yes, I need to get some answers, and he does sound like he is guilty of some misdeeds, but it does also seem that he believes what he speaks, so perhaps he does need to be disciplined, but I do not necessarily think that execution is the most appropriate thing. But I want to speak with him myself and understand him a little better first.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we really didn't expect that this is where he was going to go. I think he may have even had some of his own agendas he was trying to work out, which
Well, I do have ways to force him onto the right path, so I would appreciate if the both of you give some thought as far as options of stealthily gaining access to him and perhaps an escape if it is determined that he is worthy of being rescued from his predicament.
for sure.
Otherwise, I think I will have my next drink, and hopefully we have a relaxing evening.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So when
All right, I go ahead and toast Conglomerate and Gizzard.
Cheers.
Clink, clink.
Cheers.
All right, we're done.
All right,
Yep.
so when we reconvene next time, you guys will still be here in the tavern. Darcy and Judge will be in Cepesus waiting to speak to Barrios. Once you made it known that you want to wait for him, they would have just had you come inside and just they would Onone would have just have you just give you some snacks and stuff while you wait, so you're not just standing outside whatever. So that's where we'll be then, and then go from there. So I'll go ahead and stop the recording.